Alright. Alright, here we go. Here we go, everybody. Bam. We're back to playing Shadow over Loathing. Why? Because I thought it was funny. Oh, and I am still super tired from the holiday. Why? What is it about Thanksgiving that just, and I know everyone's gonna come at me with it's the turkey. It's not the turkey. That chemical is in turkey so very little that you actually have to eat like a whole turkey and then some to even like get a glimpse of the sleepy effect. I think it's just the amount of food. Honestly. I think it's just the inordinate amount of food. But that's just me. So I am tired. I've been up late playing games because I was all like, I got a 4-day weekend, I gotta use like all of my time, and so I played video games for like 10 hours yesterday because why not? Why not? Stuff, reasons, things. Anyway, we're just gonna continue. We're gonna hit continue and we're gonna go. What were we doing? So I gotta recall what I was doing on this game. I recall that... Nope, I remember Goblin. There's, speaking of Goblin. Hi, Gabby. What am I doing here? I cannot remember. St. Polycarp's something. I didn't read it. This is the cathedral's font, or more properly, typeface. Fish? Hiya. You managed to reel something in. You got an item. Handful of holy water. Probably shouldn't tempt fate anymore today. Oh. Door to the catacombs locked presumably so the cat doesn't get out. Oh, there's a hymnal in the back of this pew. Grab it. Unpleasant hymnal. I don't like the weird little hush sound it just gave me. Please don't disturb the altar. Alright, well, I'm doing what I can. Talk to him. Hello there. Oh no. Oh no. What am I going to do? I was going to ask if everything's okay, but plainly not. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. Services are canceled for the moment. Why? What's the matter? One of the urns has been stolen from our catacombs. Stolen. This tiny cathedral has a catacombs? Well, it sounds nicer than basement. Are they particularly important ashes? A saint or someone? Oh my goodness, we wouldn't keep the relics of a saint in a little cathedral like this. Our urns are just the ashes of former vicars and community leaders and so on, but they're all important in their own way. And the bishop is due to arrive for an inspection soon. Don't really know why I went with that voice, but I did it anyway. Funny how bishops always seem to just, you know, to be just about to arrive for an inspection somewhere. What? I'll look into it. I'll look into it for you. Oh, thank you so much. Here, I'll unlock the door so you can have a look. Please, mind your step on the way down. Those stairs are old and steep. Actually, okay, what was it? This is not uncommon. Like, old houses, old buildings, they have, like, really steep stairs. Why? Was there a reason? I like how the hymnal is Mary Had a Little Lamb. In Polycarp's catacomb. It's a patch of tomb moss growing on the wall. Grab it. You scrape the moss off the wall. It sublimates with an eerie wail. Eldritch Mist. Okay. It's a guest book. Read it. Last 3 visitors were Donk Hufferby, visiting from Saskatoon. Well, that seems like a dead end, and they sure have some weird names up in Canada. Damn right they do. Charles Wallace, 111 Plunkett Street. Huh, that's the address of the antique store. You'll have to ask Charles about that next time you see him. Captain Augustus Dirch, 23 Kerwin Avenue. This one might be worth following up. Location unlocked. Okay, sign the book. You sign your name and address after all the others. Nice. Okay, so I see one of the urns is obviously missing. Spare urn. It's a big crate full of identical empty burial urns. Must be spares. One candle left unlit. Light it. I don't have a match, I guess. Huh? Yeah, I need a match. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go. Map. Nope. I didn't want that one. Excuse me there, my good chap. Might you have a match on your person? I do not. Well, that just won't do. What if you should have cause to set something alight in the future? Here, take one of mine. You got a match. You're fabulous. The man tips his head to you and scurries off before you can thank him. Thank you. I actually needed that thing. This is the place I needed. Come along, Goblin. As you are walking, Gabby strikes up a conversation.
So, you are new in Ocean City. Your first time at it?
That's right, yeah.
What thinks you have you got of it?
I fumbled that sentence so bad. Well, to be honest with you, it seems a little run down.
Yes, Gabby understands you. It was much nicer before an economy happened. Lots of people, very excitement. Oh, have you seen the boardwalk yet? It's like a cat wearing pajamas.
I don't know what that means. What?
It has games there, and a fortune teller.
Well, that does sound like a cat wearing pajamas. Maybe later. Weird ass game. Why are you smoldering? This rock is steaming. Yeah, that's what I said. No. Alright. Probably shouldn't just barge in. Knock on the door. Yeah, bunch it. Oh, what are we? I'm from the Municipal Census Bureau. It's nobody here but me and these four urns. Urns? Five urns. Go away. I'm the milkman. Got your milk? I ain't drink that fat water. Get lost. Fine leather jackets, perhaps? Don't want any. Buzz off. Congratulations, you won a sweepstakes.
Fat chance. Never won nothing. Didn't.
Hello?
Didn't enter no sweepstakes no how. Scram.
Alright. So I can't do anything here, apparently. This rock has a date painted on it. 11/10/82. Jot that down. Yeah, they all have creepy glyphs on them. Why? And blow away. Let's go to the boardwalk. You hear a wet, burbling noise coming from an alley, and cautiously peer around the corner. Two more of those weird fish-headed guys are rooting around through the trash cans. You don't think they're the same ones from before. Since you're not hugely familiar with anthropomorphic fishmen, it's hard to be sure. One of them suddenly looks up and blinks in your direction. Crap. Did it see you? Quickly duck behind a mailbox as the fishman wetly plods to the mouth of the alley and peers around. Then it shrugs and returns to its rummaging. Gain 3 XP. Hot damn. You're not sure if the lamppost is holding up the hobo or vice versa. Oh yeah. Forgot what I named myself. Hold on. Better. Hi there, I'm Aglet.
Well, hey there. Pleased to meet you, Aglet. I'm Dusty.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep. I meet a lot of new people in my travels, so I got my name embroidered on my shirt for convenience.
So what are you up to?
Oh, nothing much, just hanging around. I was gonna run a 3-card monte down here on the boardwalk, but that didn't pan out.
Why not? Only got 2 cards?
Well, there's a fella already running a game down the way, and I prefer not to step on his toes. Just as a matter of professional courtesy, you see.
I see.
And also 'cause carnies get real scary about that kind of thing. I ain't looking to be murdered anytime soon.
Nope. Do not mess with the carny. Got it. Any way I can help?
Well, that's real kind of you. I was thinking of looking for a different corner. Can you spare a nickel for a cup of joe to get my feet moving?
Here. Have some meat. Go for it.
Thanks, pal. You're a real good egg.
She gives you a jaunty wave and wanders off. All right, then. Bye. What is this? Fortune teller.
Oh.
You enter the dimly lit tent to see a teenage girl dressed as an old woman sitting at a velvet draped table. She points to a sign on the wall that says, Tarot readings, 50 meat. Do it. Teen takes your meat and begins. Don't take that sentence out of context. The first card reveals the past events that led you here. She pulls a card from the bottom of the deck. The Clown of Rods. Ominous. Okay. What does that mean? She raised an eyebrow at you. This suggests a tragedy in your childhood. I see a cemetery. Cemetery, I see. The second card is about your present, but not like a crimbo present. Like the present. She pulls a card from the bottom of the deck. The 4 of Pants. Very interesting. 4 of Pants? And what does that one mean? She stops to laugh. This card means that you're on a boardwalk. Yeah. This is absolutely true. Well done. Well done, fortune teller. You really nailed that one. She pulls a card from the bottom of the deck. Oh my. It's the Drunken Warrior. What does this mean? She flips through a little book. In your future, I see either wealth or poverty, depending on your choices. I'll look forward to that. Yeah, consider what just happened. You spent a few moments thinking about the tarot reading. Bye. Door the sign on the door says, Tony Fiasco, hat photographer. I would love a photographer of my hat. As you enter the photographer, who is busily adjusting a complicated-looking camera on a tripod, gestures to a nearby wastebasket without looking around. If it's more bills, there's my inbox. Hello? Oh, you ain't the jumping Jehoshaphat. Baby, where have you been all my life? Excuse me? That face. That's exactly the face I've been looking for. It's perfect. It's perfect. Thanks, I've grown rather attached to it. It's mine and you can't have it. Hey, you're funny too? Baby, I love you. You're incredible. Listen, do you know who I am? The sign on the roof said Tony Fiasco, hat photographer. That's right, baby. That's exactly right. And soon, I'm gonna be the biggest hat photographer in the city. No, the country. No, the world. But there's something I need first. A face? A portfolio. And you know what I need before I got a portfolio? A face. Your face, baby. Don't say no. Don't you dare say no, baby. Listen, it's easy. All you gotta do is stroll in here wearing a hat. And all I gotta do is take a photograph of that hat. And then we're both gonna be rich. Rich? Rich. Me with my portfolio, and you with the 30 meat I'm gonna pay you for every picture. Huh. Well, gotta be different hats, though. Gotta be a different hat every time. I can't pay you nothing for the same hat twice. Got it? Okay. How about this hat? What is that, an uncursed fedora? Perfect. I love it. Click. Here's your meat, baby. Spend it in good health and come back soon, okay? You gained 30 meat. Fabulous. Wonderful. This everything I wanted is a ton of meat. Grouchy looking guy is standing under the shade of this tiny building's eaves. What do you got? He glares at you silently. Okay. Game of skills. Test your everything. Talk to the attendant. Step right up. Step right up. Test your strength and your agility and your intellect. Every winner gets a prize. You there, sir. Can you face the challenge of a lifetime? Only 10 meat? What's the challenge? I'd like to start a newcomer's life with something relatively easy. All you have to do is guess my age, throw a dart, pop a balloon, and drive a nail into this board with one swing of a hammer. All at the same time? That's right. Care to try it? No thanks. Well, not with that attitude you won't. What? Privatized healthcare station. What have you got? Oh, you've got stuff, huh? I went with the ranged stuff, if I remember correctly. Do they have any hats? No hat. Okay. What have we got here? Oh, this is stuff I have. What do you have? Gauze turban. Buy it. It's a new hat. It's a different hat. I mean, I can easily just all of a sudden make a bunch of money by buying hat, walking over here. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back, baby. Let me see that hat you're wearing. What is that, a gauze turban? Perfect, I love it. Click. Here's your meat, baby. Spend it in good health and come back soon. More 30 meat. Yeah, buddy. Easy money. Where'd my hat go? Oh, hold on. I've got a few hats. Let's just, yeah, we're not gonna keep going over that conversation. Just give me my meat. Alright, so we just made an easy, 120 meat. Fancy-ass fucking hat right there. Yeah, it is. Got a few hats. I got my turban. Also, what up, Cora? I think I was using this one. Yeah, because this one's just better than the others. Yeah, absolutely just better than the others. My fancy-ass uncursed fedora. Uncursed it myself, by the way. What was I... weapons. What am I using? Okay, so this one's better than that one. Cool. What have I got? What does this do? Crack it open to deal your muscle in spooky damage once per fight. Huh. I'll equip that, I think. What? +2 sleaze armor. What is sleaze armor? Oh yeah, and then the turtle was garbage. Alright. Moving right along. We don't play the games. Hi, person. It's a long pier, but you don't want to take an even longer walk off of it. Fish. Fish. Give me fish. You find an empty bag nearby that you can use to hold any fish you manage to reel in. Nice. You caught a lemon squeezer fish. You toss it in your fish sack. Get an item. Fish in a sack. Fish again? I guess. It's a weird-ass game. You managed to reel something in. You got an item. Haunted clam. Alright. Crusty ring. Okay. What else is in this water? Fish in a sack. Okay, I think I'm all caught up on whatever was in the water here. Alright, well, all this is trash, I think. I've been everywhere. Well, everywhere on the boardwalk. We'll go back here. Oh, what do you want? On your way to where you're going, you happen to notice a guy across the street. In particular, you notice that he's sitting on top of a mailbox. He notices you too and extends his hand toward you for a handshake. You call out across the traffic. Hi. You realize that I'm about 30 feet away, right? Yeah, but I can't leave the mailbox. Sometimes I regret my curious nature, but I guess I'll ask anyway. Why can't you leave the mailbox? Come on over and I'll tell you. Alright, let's walk on over. Let's see why he can't leave the stupid mailbox. The guy's sitting on top. Yeah, you don't say. Hi, I'm Marvin. I'm Marvin. I'm Aglith. What are you doing up here? A stunt. A stunt? Doesn't seem particularly stunty. You're just sitting there.
Yeah, I've been sitting here for... He looks at his watch. 7 months, 13 days, 9 hours, and 41 minutes.
Okay. Why?
Why? It's a stunt.
Okay, but are you protesting something or trying to attract attention to some kind of cause?
Nope.
Do you have money riding on this? Is it a bet or a contest?
Nope.
Ooh.
I feel like you don't really get the concept of a stunt.
I guess not.
Say, would you mind helping me out with something?
What do you got going on?
I've mainly been eating snackle cakes while I've been up here, and I'm out. Can you grab me some? Can you go grab some more for me?
Snackle cakes? I don't even know what a snackle cake is.
I'll admit they're an acquired taste.
And I guess nobody other than you wanted to acquire the taste of powdered milk mixed with sawdust with the nails still in it. Because snackle mills went out of business years ago.
Yeah, but the shelf life on those things is incredible. It's what makes them so good for stunt rations. I got my supply from Hiram's grocery down the street. Could you go pick me up some more?
Alright, sure.
Whatever.
Neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom or night will keep you from leaving here, if you want to. I do. Like, what was that all about? An elderly man with thick eyeglasses shuffles up to you with a determined expression. Before you can react, he shoves some meat in your mouth and shouts in your ear.
Operator? Operator, get my worthless son on the line.
Mister, I'm not a payphone.
That's what the last payphone said, but I'm not buying it. Let me talk to my
Verschluggener? The hell is that word? Anyway,
let me talk to my Verschluggener son.
Bzz, bzz, bzz. I'm sorry. The line is busy. Please try again later.
Ah, probably gabbling. Gabbling with one of his floozy girlfriends.
He shovels away angrily. I gained 5 meat. Don't you just hate it when you're walking down the street and an old man puts his meat in your mouth? My beard is all matted and tangled. I didn't have a chance to really do anything with it today. Because I'm lazy. This door is not excited about the idea of you going through it. Yank the boards off. Your bulging biceps make short work of the boards. Damn right they do. Oh, look at this. This place is, terrible. Shelf is littered with various pieces of trash. Dig through. Got lip balm. Even mice would be disappointed by this shelf. An empty shelf. Unless... No, it's empty. Unless... No, it's definitely empty. But wait! Listen, it's empty, I promise. Fine. Oh, wait. What's this? What? Just kidding. There's nothing. I hate you. I hate you, shelf. Nothing but trash. Pair of rusty tongs. Barbecue tongs. Sweet. You grab the tongs. Wishing you had a different pair of tongs to do it with. Ew. Counter is dusty and long abandoned. Search it. The register is empty unless you know someone who accepts mouse droppings as currency. I do not. Find an old invoice for a shipment from the Snackle Mills factory, which is marked as never having arrived. The factory's address is listed. Fabulous. Alright. Well, we have a place to go. Leave this run-of-the-mill, runty, run-down store where you run afoul of... where you run afoul of renegades giving you the runaround and also run-on sentences? Yes, that was a mouthful. Absolutely, we want to run away. You encounter a hobo who were sauntering down the sidewalk with a bindle over his shoulder, whistling a jaunty tune. Bindle is a real word, by the way. Enjoy that one.
Well, hi there, fella. Aren't you Aglet? I'm Noel Reynolds.
Hi. How do you know my name?
Oh, we hobos are a tight-knit little community. When someone's been helping us out, word gets around.
Well, that's nice. A little creepy, but nice on the balance.
Why don't you come visit our camp? We'd be glad to have you.
Where is it?
Well, You just head down 12th Street till you see the lot where the old hardware store used to be. And then you take a... You know what? This is simpler if I just mark it on your map for you.
Yes, please. He takes a pencil stub and marks a cluster of little boxes on your map.
Come on by anytime.
Sure. Ocean City Hobo Camp. Bidoo, bye, hobo. You weirdo.
Absolute weirdo.
What are these? This truck is laden with crates of snackle cakes. The worst snack food ever developed. Grab a case for Marvin. Yep. You really take the cakes. Game. Case of snackle cakes. Fabulous. Can I go in? Is there like more to do? Empty vegetable oil drums. This crate is full of baking soda. The tarp is there to keep vinegar from getting into it. Ew. The loading dock is slightly ajar. Ooh, squirm through. Looks like the abandoned factory has been occupied by one of Ocean City's various gangs of street hoodlums, named the Doughboys. They're hanging out here in their leather jackets and white aprons, bragging about their sourdough starters and using rude words like focaccia and son of a brioche. Oh, wow. Or they were, until you made that huge racket getting in here. Now they're staring knives at you, and also pointing knives at you. And they're bread knives, which are serrated, so you really don't want to get stabbed with one. Well, whoopsie-doodle. I guess we're fighting, huh? No, we're not fighting yet. A huge amount of loose sugar. They really bet everything on those terrible snackle cakes. Yeah, they did. Oh, get me back in. The Doughboys are clearly less aggressive than other street gangs in that they're glaring at you and muttering angrily to each other instead of already having attacked you. However, it's also clear that you aren't getting past them without a fight. Let's see what the front door does first. Door doesn't open. Doesn't appear to be locked, but it sure doesn't open. On closer inspection, it seems to be rusted. I guess we're fighting. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of you. Well, goodbye, bird.
Pew!
Loaf bash. Ow!
Flap slap. Flap. Yeah, suck flap.
Lousy baker. Okay, these guys hurt. These guys hurt a lot. I might just leave. No, we're getting out of here. You lost. The Doughboys dusted you in flour and pounded you flat. You totally lose that fight on purpose. You don't even care. You gain an effect. Aloof. You know, you've got enough XP to buy a skill and make your character more powerful. Would you like to go on with the character? When did I get this? I mean, I guess I'll get that one, huh? Well, I mean, that should give me 3. Imagine that. Force it open. Alright, here we go. Test kitchen. It's an arcane oven. Do some cooking. Yeah, why not? You have the following crafting materials. Oh. I made food. Sweet. This shelf contains a lot of chemicals that don't seem like they should be in food. Take them. Miscellaneous chemicals. Fabulous. You painstakingly collect the least stale grains of flour from each bag and make 1 bag of good flour. Mana-enriched flour. Okay. It seems like they're just in the middle, so I think I'm good. Want to head somewhere else? Yeah, we do. Let's go talk to Marvin. Also, I have bread. Bread. I don't know what it is about about Thanksgiving, but you get so snacky for like 3 days after. Now I need water. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Tasty. Okay, back to... You come across a wall with a joke scrawled on it. It's only sort of ribald. Make it more ribald. You increase the ribaldity of the joke, and in doing so, increase the ambient ribaldity of the surrounding area. You gain 4 XP. Moving along. Huh. Any luck getting those snackle cakes? I'm really jonesing for whatever it is they use for frosting. I think I lost this man's accent. Yeah, I found you some. Thanks a million. Here, take some meat for the cakes. And also, I'll give you some sitting tips. You get a perk, Expert Sitter. You're so good at sitting down, you make it look even easier than it normally does. +1 Moxie. Sweet. 100 meat and 10 XP. Alright, like, absolutely worth it. So I should be at, what? 6 Moxie. Hot damn. 69 experience. Nice. This is really good too, because I am using ranged weapons, so having a bonus to my ranged weapon would be nice. Hold on, what is this? Bamboozle. Bend the truth for fun and profit? That sounds like fun. I'm gonna do it. That just sounds like more fun. A random stranger's door. Knock on it. Who's there? Aglith. Aglith who? Gimgay. I don't know anyone named Aglith Gimgay. Well, we tried. Alright, we're leaving because we want to go back to... We could go to the Hobo Street, but I think I want to go here because I got to talk to what's his dude about the... See an IRS agent through the window of a diner, struggling with his paperwork. Pinch his cheek and he can keep walking. I thought I totally had like... Oh no, that's Mysticality. I only have like, I think 4 Mysticality, don't I? Yeah, it's a real shame. Murray's Antique Store. Speak to Charles. Hey, good to see you up. You've had quite a morning already. See that bookshelf over there? Just bought it. It's a real rare find, Aglith. Came from a 17th century cargo ship, the Mustflower. That's a good joke. That is a great joke. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's quite a provenance for a bookshelf. Yeah, it was the ship's wheel. Captain brought the Mustflower out of dock. Couldn't steer. Drove into a starfish. Whole thing sank instantly. Anyways, anything I can help you with? Sorry. Yeah, this one. I saw your name on the visitor's book at St. Polycarp's. Oh, sure. I do a little whittling to pass the time now and again, and sometimes go to St. Polycarp's to look at their gargoyles. Yeah, have one. He opens his desk drawer and tosses you a little wooden gargoyle on a leather cord. You got an item. Gargoyle charm. Oh, neat. Thanks. But seriously, let me ask you something. Anything I can help you with? Charles seems preoccupied. He keeps checking his pockets and drawers for his desk. Did you lose something? Yeah. I seem to have misplaced the chuck key to my drill. I know what it... I don't... But I know what a chuck key is. Damn it. What's a chuck key, Charles? It's a little twisty thing for tightening the chuck on a drill. Any idea where you lost it? Yeah, that's exactly... I know what it is. I work in a warehouse, and I'm sitting here like, I know what a chuck key is. You can't have gotten too far. The cord on this thing got stuck on the outlet, and it's not long enough for me to drill anything that isn't in this neighborhood. I get up, you look for it. Oh yeah, that'd be great. Like I said, it's gotta be nearby. Just wander around. I'm sure it'll turn up. There's a button on your map labeled Wander that will allow you to have a random encounter without going anywhere. You can also wander while looking at the map by pressing space. Okay. Forgot I have a jump button. I forgot that was a thing. Here we go. You find your path unexpectedly blocked by a huge pile of junk. Broken down car, a busted lamppost, a couch with the springs poking out of it, and a wide variety of other assorted trash. Jeez, what happened here?
Oh, Gabby has a memory of it. There was an accident a coupling of weeks ago. That car had a tire break and smashed on the lamppost.
That explains the car and lamppost, but why are they still here, and what's with all this other junk?
City trash takeawayers are all contractors now. And who wanted to pay for it? Nobody. So the car waits there, and people just put junk there because there's a place where junk is.
Well, I guess we go around it.
No, not on the street. That's dangerous. Look at that lamppost for what a car can do.
Well, sure, but the traffic isn't bad right now, and...
Here, it's not any problem.
Gabby starts picking up junk and stacking it out of the way, clearing a path through the middle of the pile. Thanks, Gabby, but that's... not really,
Eve?
With a mighty shove, Gabby knocks the wrecked car over on its side and wrestles it into a parking spot. Wow.
Gabby sure showed that car where a car goes. Whew!
Gabby's muscle increased by 1. Yeah, if this antiques thing doesn't work out, you could get a job threatening to park people's cars for them. Okay, but I still didn't find a thing. A young man wearing a flour-dusted apron swaggers up to you, with a loaf of French bread on his shoulder and an arrogant sneer on his face.
Hey man, this is Doughboy territory. If you want to walk down the street, you gotta pay the toll.
What's the toll?
5 meat.
I don't have 5 meat.
Too bad. For you then, chump. Guess I'll just have to take it out of your hide.
Well, I gotta... no. You aren't gonna get away with that. I'm sorry. Get plonked. Loaf bash! Why always the bird? Why always the bird? Flap, slap. Flap. Blast him. And it ran away. You won. Looks like that guy is toast. You got an item. Chef's hat. And gain 5 experience and 10 meat. Miller the Wren grows stronger. +1 max HP. Woo! Wander about. You see a glint of metal underneath a nearby bush. Hey, this must be that thing Charles Wallace lost. Charles Chucky. Found it. I'm the best. Okay, so I like this, it's a neat little mechanic, yeah? We also have a new hat. We can probably go... What does the chef's hat do? To magical weapon attacks? Okay, that's neat, I guess. Oh, damn, why am I tired again already? So I had dinner, like, right before stream, and this is what happens. Makes me so tired. Makes me so tired. But that's okay. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Hey there, Raglith. Any luck finding my chuck key?
Yeah, I found it.
That's it. Thank you. Where'd you find it?
Under a bush.
Oh, yeah. Probably that bush I was drilling holes in the other day.
What? You gain 10 XP. I did not deserve 10 XP for this.
Well, now, what can I do for you?
Nothing right now. I need to talk to Jessica.
Hi, Aglet. How goes the hunt for the watch?
Still looking.
Well, keep at it.
She just turns right back to her paperwork. Okay. That letter from Uncle Murray was a real surprise.
I didn't read it. What did it actually say?
Basically, he just asked if I could come visit him because he needed help with something big and he knew I had an adventuresome spirit.
Adventuresome spirit? Well, that's Murray, all right.
I haven't seen him in ages. I mean, I only ever saw him at Crimbo, and sometimes he came with us when we went camping in the summer. But after I moved out to go to college, we kind of lost touch except for birthday cards.
But you dropped everything to come see him?
Well, I wasn't carrying anything of value. Just a crappy desk job that I was sick to death of.
Well, working here will definitely be more exciting than working at a desk.
You yourself are working at a desk right now.
Yeah, but you aren't taking over for me. You're taking over for Murray.
Oh, okay, great. Let's hope it's a temp gig, huh? Need more water. Man, the voices are running roughshod on me. I was looking for a watch. Okay, I gotta remember all this. Your to-do list. Either bribe or defeat the mob guys guarding the refrigerator factory. What? I don't recall this at all. Hold on. What is view side quest? Investigate Augustus Church's house for evidence about the missing remains. Test out the dubious grenades the guy at the Cola Wars surplus store in Ocean City gave you. I've been using those and they suck. They hurt me. Let's go see the hobo camp. Oh, jeez. Some amateur wit has penned a mild bon mot on the wall of a bathroom stall. You smile, but do not laugh. Make the bon mot bon motier. Haha, now that'll get the bathroom goers roaring. Plus 5 XP. Hot damn. I don't quite understand what just happened, but there it was. We have cars labeled Shut-Eye, Grub, Cryptography. This hobo is wearing a handmade tinfoil crown. Talk to him. Hello there. You must be the Hobo King. The crown gave it away, I presume? Yep. Well, you are absolutely correct. I am the Hobo King. Though, to foster a more familiar air, I permit my subjects to call me Johnny. Nice to meet you, Johnny. I'm Aglith. What can I do for you, Aglith? Got a question. Yeah, where are you from? Hoboken? Of course you are. This is a hobo lady that you haven't met yet. Talk to her. Hello there.
Well, hello there, dearie. I don't believe we've been introduced. I'm Veronica.
Hi, I'm Aglith.
Can I offer you a cup of tea? It's homegrown, so to speak.
Found tea leaves around here?
Just about any leaves can be tea leaves, with the right attitude.
I'm fine, thanks. No, that is not true. Please do not follow that. Oh, I like your hat.
Why, thank you. I grew it myself.
The flowers?
The whole thing. I'm trying to grow some socks as well, but they're much trickier.
I can imagine. All right, yeah, we're leaving this crazy lady to her own things. It's Gus, the guy you met in the rain when you arrived in Plunkett Street. Hello, Gus.
Well, hello there, Aglith. I believe it was. Or Aglith, I believe it was.
That's right.
Always a pleasure to have another run-in with a friendly acquaintance.
It's nice that the rain cleared up.
It is nice. I do enjoy the rain, but I also enjoy dry clothing.
So you're the kind of guy that's comfortable in any sort of weather, huh?
Yes, I do my best. Can't stop a rain cloud by crying, after all. In fact, when you get right down to it, pretty much anything that happens to a person can be considered weather of a sort.
It's, real philosophical there.
Old Gus says, old Gus says, if you can find the pleasure in any circumstance, then you'll never be a sufferer of misfortune.
Golly. This is a hobo lady you met at the boardwalk earlier. She gives you a smile and a thumbs up. Hi there. Dusty, right?
That's me.
And your name was
Aglith?
Got it in one.
Great. How you keeping, friend?
Oh, no complaints that would make any sense to describe. I've totally lost this person's accent, too. I've lost their voice. I don't recall it at all. Oh, man, why was my beard getting caught in, like, everything today? How are you liking the camp?
It's real nice. Everyone's real personable, even if most of them are a bit quirky. I'm thinking of getting a poker game together, if I can't find anyone with a full deck.
Haha. Alright, we'll see you around. Yeah. You crazy weird lady. Oh, it's the Obo Hobo from the park. Well, hey there, friend. How's life treating you? Oh, I'm doing alright. Say, I never got your name. Oh, it's Obi. Pleased to meet you. Likewise, Obi. Of course it's Obi. Why would it be in... I'm Aglith. How's the camp?
Well, it's fine, but most of the fellas here have got all kinds of stories about their travels, and it occurs to me that maybe I ain't done enough of that.
Feeling a wanderlust?
Well now, maybe I wouldn't put it quite that strong. Let's say, a wanderthirst.
You want to tag along with me? My weird new job investigating spooky antiques seems to involve a fair amount of travel.
Well now, you're a pretty cool cat, and that does sound interesting. All right, I'm in.
Obi has joined you as a companion.
Are we headed out now? Or do you want me to wait for you someplace?
Wait for me at Oliver's.
You got it, man. I'll see you there.
Because I think I still got Gabby, and Gabby's got, like, the muscle. Hobo camp. The shut-eye box. Probably shouldn't mess around in here. You'll wake people up. I'm going to mess around in here. This guy is in a state of washboard-induced ecstasy. Wow, you're really going to town on that washboard.
Yeah, I love the fast staccato rhythm it makes.
It is pretty good.
I bet someday there'll be fancy electrical machines that do it really good. Till then, though, folks call me Washy, by the way.
Hi, Washy. I'm Aglith. Actually, I've got nothing to ask. Sorry about that.
Hey, no problem here.
At least I met the dude. Weirdo. Grub. Due to the supply chain difficulties, the grub car is currently BYOG. Condiments are still available to camp residents. There are ample condiments, but you don't feel right taking any. I gotta bring my own grub. And there's just a man playing piano. This guy's really jazzing up the place. Hey there, I'm Aglith. What does a piano player's voice have? I got nothing.
Howdy. They call me 52 Teeth Thompson, or just 52 for short.
Huh. Is that because of the 52 white keys on a piano?
Nope.
It's Emily. Got it. Ask about the piano. Wow, it's lucky they happened to find a piano for the camp.
Oh, I brought this baby with me.
On foot? How?
Well, it took a few trips.
Wait, what? Okay. This camp is weird. Bewildering array of partially redacted nonsense. Hold on, but I've seen some of these, like, things. The one thing these notebooks have in common is that you do not understand any of them. You haven't seen one of these in ages, whatever it is. It's a Morse code, machine. Ticker. There it is, that's the word. Huh, you don't even understand the titles of these books, much less their contents. This device seems to have music coming out of it. Alright, I'm still looking at your stuff, hold on. Ratty old shoebox is slouching in the corner. Can a shoebox slouch? Is that a thing shoeboxes do? Is this common? Confused. Desktop radio. You cannot begin to fathom what this contraption is for. A hobo is flipping through a worn book, occasionally stopping to check the strange machine next to him and pencil some notes in the margins. Talk to him. Hi there.
Oh, hello. You must be new here. I don't think I've seen you around before.
Yeah, my name's Aglith.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Letters McCabe.
McCabe. That is a... Is there anything I can assist you with? Why do they call you letters? I am an expert in microcryptography, aka hobo code. Are you familiar with it? Nope. What's that? It's a system of pictographic elements that can be written unobtrusively on walls or carved into fence posts, etc. They're traditionally used by hobos to leave messages for other hobos. Okay, this is actually legitimately real. This is real history, actually. This is actually kind of cool. To mark a house where the occupants are charitable, for instance, or to warn of a vicious guard dog, that sort of thing. I'm working on expanding the system for more general communications purposes. This is legitimately real. This is a thing that travelers did back then, is they would develop their own little, like, symbols that you would mark around on either stores for, like, good pawn shops, bad pawn shops, places where a pawn shop's gonna, like, ask questions, stuff like that. You could go to corner street signs, and it would point, so they'll tell you, like, street names and everything, but they would mark other things on those street signs that say, like, you know, police that way, kitchen that way, stuff like that. So, I really like that they brought this in there, because that's real history, and that's pretty cool. Well, that's pretty interesting. Is there anything I can assist you with? What's the book you're reading? This is a hobo code manual. I can teach you the basics if you'd like. Sure, sounds useful. You spend 10 minutes or so going over the basics of hobo code with letters. He teaches you some of the most common glyphs. If you'd like to know more, just ask any hobos you meet. They're honor-bound to assist new learners. That's the hobo code. You got a perk, hobo literacy. Aha. This is how we decipher dude's rocks. Got it. Neat, thanks. Is there anything else I can assist you with? What's all the stuff in this room? Stuff is a little overboard for a topic for conversation. Feel free to point out any particular object you want to ask me about, though. I'm always happy to be informative. Okay. No, I'm good. No, we're good. See ya. So, hold on. Are you gonna teach me hobo code? Teach me hobo code. I'm just gonna teach me hobo code. Hobo code me. Oh wait, what's this? Ah yes, according to the hobo code, I am of course obliged to assist, but first let me test you. Convince me of your worthiness and I will grant you a boon. Bamboozle him. You know, to be honest, it doesn't matter. I already know all the hobo code. In fact, I should be testing you. Oh, really? Okay, hotshot, go ahead. What's a symbol for a public bathroom? Oh, that's a simple one. It's a... Hey, you won't scam me that easy. You're trying to get me to tell you it's a rectangle with a crescent moon in it, so you can pretend that you knew all along. Well, shucks, you got me. I guess you'd better ask me instead. Huh. So what is the symbol for a public bathroom, then? I think it's a rectangle with a crescent moon. Huh. Well, you got it right, so I guess you earned a boon. Great. King Johnny takes out a small notebook, writes a glyph on it, and hands you the page. What's this? That is the hobo code symbol for boon. Great. One of my favorite jokes. I wish I got to use it more often. Thanks. That's so very, very, very helpful. Hey, don't touch that telephone. Royal use only. This phone isn't actually connected to anything. Don't let it hear you say that. Okay, I won't let it hear me say that. Oh, you were just in here. We talked to these two. We talked to... What's her lady? Then that's... Hobo code. Hobo code. You are a level 7 student of the hobo alphabet. Hot damn. I think a dude's asleep in the shut-eye one. You sense wandering off into the woods. This camp is clearly where all the action is. But how do I leave? I want to leave. So if I go here, 2 goblins wearing shorts with suspenders and carrying, you know those things, those marching band things, a baton. They're like an upright harp. Nope, lost me. Except instead of strings, they use metal xylophone bars. Those things. Anyway, these goblins are carrying those, and they interrupt you.
Hi, hello.
Hi, what's up?
Are you treading on the territory of the Glocklin, of the Glocklins Inn?
Am I? I don't know what a Glocklin is. I think a Glocklin, it's a glockenspiel. There it is. The instrument they're talking about, glockenspiel.
We are Glocklin. We are Glocklins. We both. We are the toughest all street gangs in Ocean City. What think about it?
Yeah, I guess you look pretty tough.
That's true. We do it. We do it.
Your xylophones are pretty cool too.
What? Xylophones? These are glockenspiels that we have.
Oh, Glocklins. I get it now.
I am so outraged over you. I think we shall a mugging do.
Oh, let me get that sentence one more time.
I am so outraged over you. I think we shall a mugging do.
I love the alliteration of this sentence. Trick them. A mugging, eh? Alright. Give me your wallets.
What? I thought it would be a vice versa. You give us your wallet.
My wallet? Why would I give you my wallet when you're the ones who were insulted?
That makes a lot of sense. Very good. Here is my wallet.
You gain 6 meat.
And I have un Glockenbrot.
What did I just read? Great, whatever that is. A fine mugging all around. Well done. You all shake hands and the goblins stroll away happily, playing sprightly, jingly music on their glockenspiels. I'm glad we all, made do with that. Oh, come on, they're not weird. It's definitely like hobo code, right? Come on. Gotta be hobo code. Why? Knock on it. Nope. Okay. Fridge factory. To the fridge. You stop dead in your tracks when you see 3 of those weird fishmen lurking in the mouth of an alley up ahead. They're preying around with their glistening, staring eyes and glurbling at each other quietly, till one of them notices you. It and his 2 companions start stalking towards you, making wet growling sounds. Aw, jeez. What even are you guys? Well, are you evil invaders, or are you natives that were displaced by urban development, seeking to reclaim what's rightfully yours? The fishmen confer briefly. Evil? Okay, thanks. As long as we're all on the same page. Soda in the hole! You shake the dubious soda and can until the ball starts to rattle, then pop the tab and hurl it at the fisherman. It explodes in a spray of sweet carbonated water, which they like, and glittering aluminum shrapnel, which they don't. The confluence of these 2 conflicting emotions confuses them plenty enough for you to make your escape. Gain 3 XP. Hot damn. Well, we got to use one of our cans. How much do I need to pay you guys again? Alright, let's try to make a deal here.
You again. So, you're ready to join the party or what? Yeah, you ready to join the party, huh? Clancy, you quit it or I'm gonna slug you one right in the mush.
Alright, I've got 5 moxie. Gee, mister, I'd love to join, but I've never had that much scratch. Would you take 100?
I wouldn't normally agree to that, but you seem like a good kid. Sure, why not?
You hand over the meat. You lose 100 meat. Thanks. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
Thanks, I guess. Here's your membership ring. He hands you a ring, and the whole group of mobsters wander off, divvying up your meat as they go. You got an item. FOPBUMEGG ring. Huh. This organization is actually real? Fop Bum Egg. I forgot about this. I forgot that this was a thing. Ah. Alright, time to check out the factory. Refrigerator factory. That's a lot of fridges. These fridges are brand new and empty, and thus quite boring. This workbench doesn't seem to be big enough for refrigerator repairs. You don't have any materials for making combat items. Okay. Chest of tools for fixing upright refrigerators. What's inside? You got an 11-in-1 oil. Wow. And an item, Anarchist hardware. Still can't make stuff. Cool. The control booth is locked from the inside. Someone's gonna be in big trouble. Looks like something is going down over there. Item watch. It's all there, man. Yeah. I wasn't able to read it. Mr. Poindexter. Nah, surprise inspection. Curious. What the heck? No time to check this out. You should go see what's going on over yonder. There seems to be a bit of a standoff between the mob guys and the other ones. The scary top hat nerd stares at you with barely any expression on his face, apart from a faint sneer.
It appears that we have an interloper, and you are?
Hold on. So we either have my name, Aglith, Jack Young, Puddentame, none of your business. I kind of want to say it's Puddentame. No, that's my name. Aglith, what's wrong with your hat?
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
It's all spooky and like cutting a hole in the world.
I have no time for this nonsense. Mr. Gluck. Curious. Regardless, please dispatch this interloper, Mr. Gluck.
Uh-oh. The top hat guy gives a taut nod, then leaves the same way he came in a horrible, weird spiral of negative space. The weird shadow monster that was once a person turns to face you. Hello. Shadows begin to gather around him. Abstract, menacing shapes. Alright. Had a feeling.
No way I'm taking a heap with this. Let's skedaddle.
Yeah, we kind of saw that one coming. It'd be like, as soon as I saw the little shadow, I'm like, there's definitely something we're dropping. He's got a pocket watch clutched in one hand and some business matters clutched in the other. Neither of those hands are attached to an arm anymore. You got an item. Dangerous pocket watch. Cool. Bank pouch full of meat. Awesome. Deed to the speakeasy. Take a quick look at the deed. This must have been Oliver Gluck, the owner of the speakeasy. This booze looks dangerous, and it also appears to be tainted with some kind of sinister magical energy. Oh, huh, this fridge is plugged in. Little note on it says, experimental, not for lunches. Open it. The fridge has been fitted with an experimental automatic ice cube maker. Unfortunately, it's made one single gigantic ice cube that fills the entire fridge.
Guess if you ever need a block of ice as big as you, here's where you can get it. Yeah. Not wrong. You don't have to leave the building to open your map, by the way. You can just click the napkin up there. Yeah, I know about the napkin. Click the napkin. I'm gonna go here. The speakeasy was just up the alley, right? As you're walking through Ocean City, you see a couple of stranded motorists trying to change a car tire. Their efforts aren't amounting to squat, though, because they don't have a jack. Apologize to leave. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't have the muscle. If I could have lifted your car, I would have. I don't understand why Gabby didn't do it, but, you know, whatever. Whoop. Hey, it's you again. You find Oliver? Yes. I don't like the sound of that. Oliver is gone. The handoff went extremely bad. Badly. Yeah, that too. You go over the events at the fridge factory. Fancy Dan makes a variety of faces at various points in your story, because Fancy Dan is a good listener. Show him the deed. Oliver was carrying this with him. Dan skims the deed. Says here that ownership of the speakeasy is automatically transferred to whoever has physical possession of this deed. Huh. Is that legal? None of this is legal. Oh yeah. I guess you're my new boss, baby. Let's have one drink to mourn the old boss and another to celebrate the new one. Good idea. Good idea. Absolutely. Like, let's just glaze over the fact that we just smashed a man with a fridge, and let's just get right into the beverage. That's the way to do it. Ugh, beverage. Good idea. I guess we ought to change the name since, well, Oliver's Place is no longer Oliver's Place. Suppose that's right. Got any ideas? Well, you could go traditional and just call it Aglith's Place, or something hip like the Purple Door, or something incisive and avant-garde like, I don't know, Noblesse Oblige. Noblesse Oblige? What? Kind of like the sound of Aglith's Place. I like it. Now, to business. To business! We make the beer in-house, so that's safe. But we're out of everything else. Based on your story, I'd say the stuff at the factory isn't safe to use. Yeah, about that. If you can find booze or mixers or garnishes, bring it back here. Any idea where to get started with that? No, but you might check with Barnaby. And that would be... Dan points at the milky-eyed sot at the table by the wall. He doesn't see very well, but he's got a nose for news and a sixth sense for booze. He might know where you can find what you're looking for. Alright, thanks. Fabulous. Oh, this man. He turns his head towards you and smiles. Alright, buy him a drink. You buy him a drink and await his prognostication? What on earth? You spend 5 meat. After a few moments and a few sips, he clears his throat and speaks. The lake is deep enough to drown dreams, but not the sins of the grandfather. Alright. I'm assuming every one of these things is like where I can find alcohol is just glazed over by the idea of, you know, weird ass sayings. Found the watch. It was complicated. I'd be more surprised if you told me it was simple. Well, you know the drill. Strap it on and jump in the uncursing machine.
Oh, I forgot about this part. Do I get to see more weird trees? It's a pocket watch. Doesn't...
Just uncurse the thing and get some sleep, okay? You look like you've been through the ringer.
I won't dispute that. Alright, well... You sit in the chair, which is surprisingly comfortable, and pull the weird metal dome thing down over your head. What would you like to uncurse today? The dangerous pocket watch. The machine snorts the pocket watch up into its dome, and it begins its strange and loud work. The pocket watch is pulled this way and that. Its ticks become... xits, and its talks... and it has 3 hands that are forcibly bent back. You swear you hear screams, and then it's done. The watch falls into your lap. Hands now set to 21-10-38.
You got an item. Uncursed pocket watch. The watch's curse now resides within the machine. Want to project your consciousness into it? Yeah, sure, why not? In your mind's eye, you see the hands of a pocket watch spin back on themselves with jittery violence. With each revolution, the face of the watch itself expands until it is larger than you. And the building, and the street. Your whole world lives in the blur. Your whole world lives in the blur of a fast-running hands. I keep dicking up that sentence. In which you see life go by in reverse time. Submarines turn to longships, cities to stone dwellings, cowboys to courtesans. That's a good one. You're traveling faster and faster to the beginning of time itself. There's no telling when this ride will end. Hold on tight. Oh my goodness. Hey, easy does it, baby. We're all hungry. Please help, I am a dinosaur. Yeah, baby, yeah. What? Calliope is still sleeping on her towel. I don't know about this dexterity. I'm a dinosaur. Rawr! Eat the chessboard. Knock the chair over. What did that say? It was one. Unstitch the rug. I need 200 dexterity. Oh my goodness. Check for messages. Eat the phone. Aglith, attend to thy temper. What strangeness afflicts thee? Never mind, for the sun transits the horizon, and I grow ever the more in need of thy assistance. Understand, whilst you sleep under this roof, thou art my lodger, and a signature on this paperwork is by me required. What on earth are you trying to say? Yeah, when did you start? Blah, blah. A provocative remark, sir, and by thee well made. You open these doors for me? Curious, sir, for I do not believe these doors to be locked. Well, what do I know? And thou wilt find in the telephone table thither a key to satisfy thy need. I need more dexterity.
Whoa there, hoss. What's got you all horns and rattles? Been dipping into the nose paint again?
Kevin doesn't talk like that.
Sure is, partner, sure is.
Yeah, you have a dinosaur.
Whoopa! Peepaw! I'm the quickest draw in the West, sure as enough.
Alright, you are... Can you open the door for me?
Oh, I don't know. Never had a head for puzzles, Aglith. That's got me right funkified.
I got nothing. I got no words. But I do need to hydrate for that voice. Real groovy pocket watch you got there, Aglith. I like the way it ticks, ticks, ticks. You understand me? Rawr. Lot of power in that timepiece, lot of power. Would you make a promise to me, baby? Would you promise not to throw that power away? A lot of good could be done with that groovy power, baby. Why do you keep saying baby and I don't like it? I hear you, kitty cat. What do you say, kitty cat? Will you do me a promise? Promise not to throw away the groovy power in that timepiece. Alright, yeah, let's do it. Groovy, kitty cat. Absolutely smashing. Shake on it, kitty cat. I'm trying. Huh? What's that? Gritty garbled? Look, how do I get more... Ah! Now have 3 dexterity. Open the desk drawer. Gain another dexterity. Okay. You expend considerable effort in wrangling your claw around the knob, only to find the drawer is locked. But I did gain a dexterity, huh? Eat the table. Your stomach is bigger than your brain, and you devour the entire table in a few quick bites. The key to the doors now lies safe and sound in your dinosaur stomach. I can't even do this yet. Pull out the drawers. Gain another dexterity. Oh, behave. Dr. Charles, shake hands. Gain another dexterity. Okay. I don't know how many I have. Read the paper. Gain a dexterity. Read a book. You can't relate to most of the books they have here. There's one travel log by Diplodocus that proves moderately diverting. Gain another. To-do list. Open a door. Eat a cat. Add to the to-do list. Gain a dexterity. Carve help. Help. Sign my name. Gain a dexterity.
I'm much obliged, Aglet, and I hope from now thy sleep is all the more sweet for its legal correctitude.
Open the door. Oh, dear Lord, who are you? So, we meet at last. With I looking the older man, though you are far older than I ever shall ever be. Wow, I can't words. Never saw this room before. We are the Alpha and the Omega. You, the beginning of time, and I, its end. Will you walk with me, dear friend, to watch the death of our world? And the birth of another? Roar! Tick, tick, tick. The hands of the uncursed pocket watch beat on. Boats with the current, borne correctly into the future. You pull the pocket watch out and look at it. It's gained some luster. Upgrade. The curse is lifted. Time is in its rightful home, and you no longer have a tail. Gain 10 XP. I wish I had a tail. I want a tail. Imagine what I could do with it. Oh, I'm tired already. Man, Jessica looks pretty busy, but then she always does. Hey, Jessica, not to dispute the importance of collecting these weird artifacts or anything, but I'm worried about Uncle Murray. How is this helping find him?
Oh, I guess I didn't really explain it. See, the Detectatron 1000 is new, and we only really got it running after Murray disappeared. He always searched out artifacts in more hands-on ways. Research, networking, following rumors, that kind of thing. That last artifact he went after could be basically anywhere, but the Detectatron only detects the nearest artifact.
I see. So you figure if we pick them up in order, eventually we'll get the one that he was looking for.
Right. I wish to hell he'd left a note about where he was going, but I guess he either thought it was too dangerous and didn't want us following, or just rushed off all excited like a kid in a toy store. That's Murray for you.
Yeah, that tracks. Alright. Still just a brick wall. Okay, about that. Calliope is still sleeping on her towel. Good kitty. Go to sleep. Hey, Aglet, before you go to bed, I need you to approve a new tenant for the storefront next door. What? Why is that up to me? Charles shrugs. Somebody's got to do it. There's 3 applicants for the place. Okay, what are they? The first applicant is 10 things I had about you. That was a good one. A hat store, I presume. Terrible name. The second is Rodkin's Fine Jewelry. The jewelry store could really class up Old Plunkett Street. And the last application is Texas Instruments. Guy from Texas selling musical instruments, I suppose. Let's go with the jeweler. Sounds fancy. Okay, I'll get him moved in and get the next storefront ready for applicants. Thanks, Charles. Thanks. Absolute, bunch, I guess. It's a shelf for knickknacks and tchotchkes. Anybody never knew how to spell tchotchke before, that's how you spell it. There's an old rag doll on the top shelf. Must have been left by the previous tenant. Go to sleep. Ugh. I need a gummy bear to wet my gob hole. It's Jeff, the kid who used to bully you in 3rd grade. Make amends. Hey Jeff, listen, no hard feelings, okay? I understand in retrospect that you must have had problems at home. And I just want you to know everything is okay now. Jeff swats the overdue library book out of your hands. Ah, I see. Since this is just a dream version of you, you're still as much of a jerk as you were in 3rd grade. Jeff suddenly punches you, knocking out all of your teeth. Hey, if this was actually happening, I'd be really mad. You pick up your teeth and walk away. What a jerk. Jerkbag. It's that spooky nerd from the refrigerator factory. Who invited him to your dream? Excuse me, I need to get past you.
You do not belong here.
In my own dream? I think I'm literally the only person in all of existence who does belong here.
This dream is only partially yours. This central vicinity is under different ownership.
Whose ownership?
I should think it obvious. I have claimed this region of your dream space for myself.
And who are you?
Accountant General Terence Poindexter, decidedly not at your service. I would tip my hat to you, but you do not merit such a gesture.
Fine by me. That hat is creepy and evil looking anyway. Poindexter's eyes narrow. He points to the weird device he's holding at his hat. It starts beeping in a fast, irregular pattern.
Do I take you to mean that this hat appears unusual to you? In a visual sense?
Yeah? Yeah, putting it mildly. It's like an anti-hat. Poindexter arches an eyebrow.
I must inform the president.
You want to talk to President Coleridge about your weird hat?
You have misapprehended both subject and object. It is the real president I must speak with, and the topic of conversation will be you.
I see.
Indeed, you see far too much, in fact. When next we meet, I will have prepared a remedy for this complication.
He steps off the edge of whatever it is you're standing on, plummets into the nothingness below. Well, that's a troubling bit of foreshadowing. Okay, bye, old man with a hat. This bookshelf is not behaving the way bookshelves do when you're awake. Take a closer look. You grab a book at random and the bookshelf pops out of existence. You got an item. Vibrations of the Nether Zones. Begging your pardon. The only way to interact with your inventory during a dream is if you had convinced Freddy to hold it for you at the exact moment you went to sleep. I did that, though. No, you didn't. I did. I asked Freddy to hold all my stuff, and he said yes. You don't even know Freddy. Fine, you caught me. All right. Fine. They're on to me. They get it. Oh, who are you? Your room. Alarmingly, a man in an expensive suit is standing at the foot of your bed. What heck? Who are you? You may call me Don Toblerone. I represent a certain organization of, shall we say, like-minded criminals. Organized criminals? Like the mob? Wait, you're the Don of the local mob? The mob boss? In my room personally? No, I am not the Don. That is merely my nomenclature for an abbreviation for Donald. Oh. Oh, that's confusing. It has been a matter of some confusion, yes. I do have a sobriquet, but I don't care for it very much. What is it? Don eat thesaurus. Kinda hazard a guess that they call you that because you like long words. That is very astute of you. Of course, this institution comes as no surprise to me. My associators tell me you handled yourself well during the conflagration at the refrigerator manufactorium. There it is. I handle myself well at all times. I really want to know if he owned a real thesaurus, though. That would have been pretty funny. I am here to propound for your considerationing a certain proposition. Come again? I'm here to make you an offer. Oh, can I refuse it? Certainly. Though your refusation? Though your refusation would be, shall we say, unadvisory. Unadvisatory. There it is. Man, this man and his words. What's the offer? From time to time, my collegiates and I have certain requirements, but lack the necessary manpower to achieve them. At such junctures, we make lucratival, there it is, arrangements with certain capable individualists. We find ourselves at this moment at a juncture such as the junctures I have thus obscribed. So you want me to do contract work for the mob? Exactingly. Sure. Maybe that's what I am. A mobster. Maybe. An excellent decision, if I may articulate such. So, what happens now? Just sit tight, as they say. We will call upon you, telephonically. Oh, you weird-ass words. He gives you a curt nod, then leaves the room through the window. It takes him 3 or 4 tries to work the latch. Alright then. I'm gonna read this thing for a second. What does this do? Damn! It's hard to tell what this book is about, because you won't stop shaking. Grants a combat skill, jazz hands. Oh, come on. Touching the shaky book makes your hands start shaking in a way that you're surprised to find is really cool. You got a skill, jazz hands. If you held on to it longer, you could probably get your hands shaking even more stylishly. Take some effort, though. If you do, jazz hands will increase your moxie by 2 more. Not right now. Okay. Why did my moxie go down? I still don't know why my moxie went down. I thought I had more moxie than that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Oh, okay, so it's a combat skill. So when I use it in combat, it increases my moxie, and then I can do stuff. Okay. I have 67. I would like to get to 75 to use that book and increase it by, like, a shit ton. So maybe I'll just wait on it a bit.
Hey there, Aglith. How'd you sleep?
Fine, until a mob guy crawled into my bedroom window.
Oh yeah, that window is pretty lousy. Anyway, the next antique I need you to find is a compass. The directions kind, not the circles kind. The Detectatron says it's out near Crystal Dream Lake.
I don't know where that is, but I bet it's too far to walk. Do you have a car I can borrow?
No, but I have something even better than that.
2 cars?
A bus pass. The stop out front is your gateway to a whole wide world of adventure.
You get a bus pass. Oh boy. Swell, thanks. Where do I go when I get there?
Unfortunately, I couldn't get a more specific reading than near the lake. Something about the place is making the instruments go all screwy. Here, take this map.
Got an item. Crystal Dream Lake postcard and Crystal Dream Lake lighthouse. This is a postcard.
It has a map of the lake on it.
It has a picture of the lake on it.
Yeah, that's what a map is. A picture of a place.
Well, you logic to me there. Take the bus somewhere. Yeah, sure, why not? Chapter 2! The Spooky Forest. Bum, bum, bum.
Hey, hi, hello.
Excuse me, are you the lighthouse keeper? Hello? Sorry to bother you, my name's Aglith Ngibgib. Red leather, yellow leather, red, yellow, leather. Are you okay?
I ain't talked out loud in a while. I get rusty.
I see. Lighthouse keeping's a lonely job, huh?
Well, it's solitary, that's for sure. I ain't mind it, though. Ain't exactly a people person. What can I do for you?
Have you seen an old compass around?
The directions kind or the circles kind?
Directions.
I got an old one I picked up at an estate sale about, 20-odd years ago, I reckon. I'd show it to you, but it's upstairs and the lighthouse is flooded.
Flooded?
Aye, filled right up to the top. Have a look through the window there and you might see a fish pass by.
How does this even happen?
Pump broke.
No, I mean, but how does a lighthouse just fill up with water? We aren't even below sea level here.
Something to do with the tides, I'd reckon.
This is a lake.
Anyhow, I need a Glaxton valve to fix the pump. There's a hardware store down the road a piece if you've a mind to help out.
Sure. The man just decides he doesn't even want a dusty chest set. It's a nice chest set. Did you whittle the piece yourself?
Aye, it took me 16 years.
Took you 6 months to carve each piece?
Bonds went quicker than the tall ones, but more or less here. The horses were particularly tricky. No sense in rushing it.
Play a game?
Can't. Already got a game in progress.
The only piece that's moved is a single white pawn.
I went first. It was about 2 years ago.
Who are you playing with?
Nobody.
Well, here, I'll play. Like, you push one of the black pawns forward.
Interesting.
It's your turn.
Don't rush me. I want to consider all the possibilities. Come back in 3 or 4 months.
Great. Fabulous. Single book's at the table. War and Peace, huh? That's a hefty one.
Mind the bookmark now.
Of course. Oh, looks like you just started.
Been reading it about 5.5 years.
Your bookmark is still in chapter 1.
Just about got up to the last sentence of it. I've been reading one word every day.
War and Peace is almost 600,000 words long.
Aye, don't tell me how it ends.
I won't.
You absolute bugger.
You look at yourself in the mirror. Hi, Aglith. Smile. Hey there, good looking. Yep. Through the window, you can see that the lighthouse tower is entirely filled with water. The lighthouse keeper has put a little cork in the keyhole. Begging your pardon, some kind of funky pump contraption. Light out from this house? Yes. Hardware store's a long-ass ways away. Oop.
Look, words on a stick.
Gabby's pointing at a sign advertising Greta's Compassionate Pet Store with an arrow pointing down the road.
A pet storage. Let's go look at pets.
I guess we might as well. Do you like animals, Gabby?
Yes, Gabby has once a pet for such a long time, but none of them are any good ever. Not cute enough or not strength enough. A cute, strong pet Gabby is looking for.
Well, maybe we'll get lucky this time. Yeah, we'll check it out now. Why not? It's on the way, right? No sense not doing it on the way. Bees! It's one of those boxes full of bees. A bee box, you think it's called? Sure do think it's called. Cat! Scrawny looking cat is sleeping here. Hi, kitty. Greta, you presume? Oh, hello there. Welcome to Greta's Compassionate Pet Store. I'm Greta. Hi, Greta. I'm Aglith. Can I ask you a question? Of course. Where are all the pets? Oh, they're out back. In cages? No, silly, in the woods. I see. What stops them from leaving? Compassion. All right, what do you have for sale? Well, I've got this snake available for adoption. I've also got one giant mosquito left in stock. What? A giant mosquito? Hey now, don't knock it. A mosquito is great to have on your side in a fight. Not only can they suck the blood out of stuff, they can also pump that blood into you to heal you. Mathematically speaking, that's twice the power. Huh. A mere 150 meat adoption fee and it's all yours. You know what? Give me the mosquito. Now you just need to give it a name. Oh, lordy. Mosquitocles. Mosquitocles, huh? Classic. Here you go. You might want to get a malaria shot just in case. Mosquitocles. The mosquito. Bites enemies for physical damage, then heals you. Okay. Sweet. Thanks, I got a mosquito for a pet. Tell me more about the snake, though. I also want snake. Sounds good, I'll take it. Oh, you can't go wrong with the world's most dangerous rope. This guy will totally fill your enemies up with poison. Just 150 meat. That's Nope Rope. Nope Rope the snake. Yep, perfect. What is his stats? Applies poison to random... Wow, he has, like, no stats, huh? No problem. Anything else catch your interest? Tell me what you have again. Unfortunately, I'm totally out of pets. I guess that's fortunate for the pets, though. What do you feed these? Oh, you don't have to worry about regular food. They'll graze or scavenge for whatever. They're very resourceful. Well, it's certainly convenient. If you want to soup them up a bit, though, make them really beefy, I sell more specially formulated familiar chow. I'm a little uncomfortable with the use of words like soup and beef in a pet store, but okay. I'll pass right now. Say, before you leave, would you like a complimentary copy of this book I wrote? Sure, why not? Greta's Guide to Cross-Species Friendships. Okay, thanks, I guess. Good prawns are hard to find. Amen. Amen. I'm running out of meat. I'm running so low on meat. You pull up short, having nearly walked straight into a huge spider web while you weren't paying attention. Although, I guess some part of you was paying attention. Good job, whatever part that was. You turn and head in another direction and soon find yourself stopped by another big spider web. So you turn around and try another direction. Nope, that path ends in a big spider web as well. Looks like the attention-paying part of you wasn't paying enough of it to keep you from getting lost in a huge spiderweb maze. Maybe in the future you should pay attention to these things yourself instead of just delegating. Solve the maze. With some careful mental mapping, you eventually manage to navigate your way out of the maze. Somewhere nearby, you hear a chittering noise that is probably the spider equivalent of shucks. Nice. Nah, I'm too good for that. After a short hike, you find a small hardware store nestled in the sparse woods surrounding the lake. It's the very model of a down-home country hardware store, except it doesn't have any old-timers sitting out front chewing the fat. Maybe it's their day off, or maybe they ran out of fat. Here's some hobo code scrolled on the dust here. Translate it. The code reads, "Nice man, ask him for candy." Neat. Valley Hardware. Paints in all of this season's trendiest patented colors, such as ultra turquoise and double auburn and bright indigo. You don't understand the purpose of any of these tools. Some of them are a little... Some of them are weird, I'm not gonna lie. This shelf is labeled ineffective pesticides. Proprietor, you presume? You are the proprietor, I presume? Hi, welcome to Valley Hardware, the best hardware store in Crystal Dream Valley, yeah? Why is that? Because it's the only hardware store in Crystal Dream Valley. Yeah. It's been a long time since I've got to use that joke. Don't get many new customers or new jokes. What can I do for you? Ask for candy. Do you have any candy? Why, sure. Here you go. He pulls a piece of hard candy out of a jar under the counter and hands it to you. You got an item. Hard candy. Hey, thanks. Free candy. Ask about the valve. Need a pump valve for the lighthouse keeper. Oh, sure. What kind you need? Malston valve. Never heard of that one. Maybe it was something else. Snaxton valve? Pretty sure that ain't a thing. I'll do each one of these. Marston valve? That can't be right. And those are only for harmonicas. I did not know that. Thank you. Glarston valve. Oh, that's a coffee urn valve. I'm learning new things. Glaston valve. Never heard of that one. Garbston valve. That's he needed a soda fountain valve for. I think it just did Garbston, yeah. Oh no. Garbston, yeah. That's a hydroelectric power plant valve. Dear Lord, but there's more. Never mind. I got nothing. I can't go through all of them. Alright, and I have 75 XP. Of course I do. When I need, like, I need 75 and I have 74. Typical. Somewhere nearby you hear singing. A languid, sultry, wordless tune that makes your feet turn on their own accord and leads you off the path and deeper into the forest. Your senses feel numbed as though you're walking through a thick fog. Body, why? And it's getting difficult to, brain. After a short time, you arrive at the edge of a small clearing. A pale woman in a long red dress is lounging on a rock, shaded by the branches overhead. She smiles when she sees you, reaches out her hand, gesturing for you to approach. Your feet start to shuffle forward. Alright, here we do it. As you stumble toward the pale woman, two vampires appear out of the nearby shadows, grinning toothily. You know, as they do. Looks like you fell into a ambush. Hmm. Do the cha-cha-cha jazz hands. So now this should hurt a lot. Pop. Not my bird. Flap, flap. One down. La 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 la. Let's just get rid of that blob thing. I don't know what it is or why it's doing. Ha! Immune to bleeding. Flap, flap. Wow. About to say, I need some decent sized damage going on here. Flap, flap. Ow. About to say, I need that, Got him. No, not me. Yeah, I was about to say, that's gonna hurt a lot, isn't it? Flap, slap. Get slapped. We might be here a while. Oh, it's gonna be a whole lot of this, just one at a time. Here we go, everybody. Because all it can do is hit me with bleed and I'm immune to it, so slap, 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 slap. Slap. Don't worry, everybody. 10 more to go. So, how is everyone doing? Oh, this was just one man. We're one-handing this thing over and over and over again. We're just gonna be like, suck absolute butt. Oh, come on. Come on. I got it down to like what, 8 or 10, 9 or 10 or something like that. Or I think I got it down to 8. Well, we'll just keep slapping. So, yeah. How was everyone Thanksgiving or Thursday or Food Coma Day? I'm assuming that everybody had at least something to do to that day, whether it was like work or go hang out with family. Most everybody does something, right? Even if you're not doing anything, it's still one of those like, hey, you got a extra day off or something. So how'd you spend your extra day off? There's got to be something out there that's like, if it does it again, I'll probably just surrender and be like, you know what? I got nothing. I don't think I'm gonna get very far with this. Because it just went back, it healed like 6 or whatever it said. Let's see what we can get down to. Yeah, this is just gonna be a constant back and forth. I'm like, no, we're leaving. Not a lot I can do. You lost. Now the sucker is also the sucky. The sucky. Get it. You take a moment to consider your failure. You gain an effect. Contemplative. +1 mysticality. You know, you've got enough XP to buy a skill. Nope. I'm waiting. I need 75, not 74. I have 74. That's not enough. See? 74. I need 75 so I can read the book. Hi. Hello again. Hello again. There it is. What kind of valve was it you needed?
A Glaxton valve.
Will any other kind work?
Nope. It's a Glaxton pump. It's a Glaxton valve.
Wait, is that a style of valve or a brand name? Both. Ugh, proprietary hardware is the worst.
Aye.
Glaxton, got it. Well, let's see how this goes, shall we? Glaxton valve, here we come. You find a decaying nightstand discarded in a ditch, which is kind of a weird place to put a nightstand. Maybe someone got so mad about stubbing their toes all the time that they angrily drove it out of the woods and threw it out of the car. Check the drawer. Dang, there's all kinds of useful stuff in here. Got a match, sharpening stone. Sweet. Oh, I forgot, I have a match now. I could have gone and lit that candle in the church. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, nom nom. Ask about a valve. Glaxton. A Glaxton valve. A Glax? Oh, a Glaxton valve. Well, shucks. They stopped making those things nearly a decade ago. I guess there's a slight chance there's still one in the back room. Ain't been back there since termites got in at the inventory. Or maybe after it got flooded. Anyway, it's a real biblical style of disaster back there. Here, I'll unlock the door for you, so you can take a look around. If you can find a Glaxton valve in that mess, you're welcome to it. Thanks. Mind your step in there. What does he have for sale? Oh, you've got stuff. That's not bad. Ooh, that's neat. I'll try that. Okay. So I can do that, I can do that. Yeah, see, I want 75 XP for that. I need 1 XP more. Why can I not get that 1 XP more? Son of a biscuit. Combat items. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Wait, this is the combat item? Apply 3 bleeding. Okay. Oh, I get it. I get it. Oh, wait. No, no, no. Back into the storage. Here we go. Oh. Pile of waterlogged cabbage. Ew. Seepage has caused this concrete to become set in its ways. The shelf is empty, but even the emptiness is somehow dirty. Okay, I know how that goes. These boxes would be perfect for storing a collection of mildewed clothes? Mildewed clothes. Wow, that was a weird word for me to stumble on. Nasty trash. How much of a door has to be gone before it doesn't count as a door anymore? Something's wrong with this door, in a way that termites and flooding doesn't readily explain. Step through it. Yep. You step through the hole in the door and immediately feel a sickening lurch in your stomach and a burst of, this was a bad idea in your mind. Like when you hit the first drop of a traveling carnival's rusty, hastily assembled roller coaster. Oh, good lord, those are terrifying. After a moment, when the feeling has subsided enough, you open your eyes and look around. looks like you're still in the same place you were, except someone came in and cleaned everything up while you weren't looking. Huh. Some workbench covered in tools. Make stuff, don't have stuff to make. Shelves full of neatly organized hardware that definitely hasn't been destroyed yet. That's a 1917 calendar on the wall by the desk. Looks brand new. Stacks of boxes, neatly labeled. And clean doors. As you leave the storeroom, the shopkeeper spins around and you both stare at each other in surprise. You, because the shopkeeper looks quite a bit younger than he did when you weren't in there. Or when you went in there. And him because... Hey now, what in heck were you doing in my back room? And how'd you get back there without me seeing you? I'm a termite inspector. I didn't call for any termite inspector. No, I do surprise inspections so the termites won't find out in advance. Well, how'd you get past me? I'm very good at my job. Yeah, don't second guess it. I'm incredibly good at my job. Huh. Well, I don't expect you found any termites. I make my own custom pesticide. Yes, it seems to be pretty effective. I might have to go back in there for a follow-up check later, though. That's fine, I suppose. Just don't move stuff around too much. I like to keep it tidy back there. No problem. The hardware store guy back when he was younger. Or is younger. Welcome to the Valley Hardware. Best hardware store in Crystal Dream Valley. Because of the selection of the prices. Well, shucks, nobody's ever asked me to justify that claim before. Is it because it's the only hardware store in the valley? Huh, that's a good one. I'll have to remember that. I'm sure you will. What can I do for you? I'd like to buy one of those Glaxton valves. Ah, sorry. Government fellas bought my entire stock. What? And for the big dam they're building. I can order you one, though. How long would that take? 6 to 8 weeks. That's not good enough. Would you mind holding on to it for me if I'm not back right away? Oh, sure. That's no problem. How long you figure? 11 years? What? No, forget how I said that's not a problem. Well, nuts. Listen, I can tell you they bought a heap of more Glaxton valves than what they're gonna need for that dam. If you go up to the work site, you might get the foreman to sell you one of their spares. Where is it? Southeast end of the valley. You got the map? Well, I have a postcard. Crystal Dream Lake? Never heard of that. But it's got a little picture of a dam on it there. See? That's about the same place relative to here. Fabulous. Okay, so it's... doesn't seem to be anything on the other side of the door. That's weird. Sign on this barrel says, not for sale. What was that? Hold on. Barrel of gleaming nuts and bolts. Yep, all the paints. Wait. The colors have changed. Most popular colors, such as inoffensive red and conservative white and classic black. Okay. So we got a... we got a place to go, so that's something. Oh. 2 things which are hard to describe, but let's say they're more or less like smoking holes in space through which you can see the faint light of distant and dying stars float up to you in an air of menace. The 2 orbs squint at you, and Mr. Poindexter's voice echoes inside your head in a way that makes your eardrums itch. Ah, Mr. Gimgay. Clearly you did not recognize the warning inherent in our last meeting. How predictable you are. Did you predict this hand gesture? I suppose you think you're clever. I dislike clever people. Well, that makes sense, considering how you're so deeply in love with yourself. Mr. Gimgay, you are interfering in affairs that do not concern you, and they are the affairs of very important and powerful people. I'm just trying to find my uncle. How about you creeps stop interfering in my affairs? This is your final warning. We are not playing games. Well, that's a shame. I can teach you a pretty good one. Yeah, we got a couple. It's called chess. Is that meant to be a clever rejoinder of some sort? I am an accomplished chess player, as it happens, and I highly doubt that you could. Ah, so you know all about the en passant move. I'm funny enough, I mispronounced what they wrote down there. It's pronounced en passant, and quickly jab Poindexter in the eyes with 2 fingers. Your move, pissant. No, your move, pissant. You dirty, uncouth little... Next time we meet, I'll put you in your place. The orbs vanish in a haze of black smoke. Pissant. Funny. What? This what you call it is huge. Damn. Oh, go fishing. Fishing. Fish. Nice, you got a lemony meadow carp. You toss it in your fish sack. Okay. Continue, do a little fishy fish here. Okay, just another fish. Pump has a Glaxton valve on it. Grab it. Valve is held in place by decades of corrosion. Even if you could detach it, you'd get wrecked in the process. This green pipe has some nasty goo coming out of it. Harvest. Bustulent? Grolch. Ugh. Glaxton valve? Okay. Oh. There's a hobo code next to this pipe. Translate. This code reads, a meat hidden in pipe. Oh. You reach into the pipe and snag the concealed and congealed wealth. Ew. Ew. 150 meat. None of one of those time doors. Let's hope that repeated exposure to these isn't going to give your ancestors cancer. That would be terrible. A door is being delivered. Climb up and go through? No, not yet. It's in its box. A crate labeled pipe shoes. See what's inside? Huh. This is probably not what they meant to order. You got an item. Pipe shoes. How good are they? Hold on. Yeah. These don't make any sense. You're just gonna have to... Helps you get around. Sure. Okay, that's funny. Well. There we go. Some careless dam workers abandoned a toolbox here. Their loss is my gain. Damn, that's... Ain't that the truth? This truck is even heavier than regular truck. Fish in it. No, you don't want to get your hook stuck. Oh, okay. Hey, Poindexter. Poindexter says nobody who ain't on the crew is allowed on the site. Poindexter? Yeah, Poindexter, the foreman. Terrence Poindexter. Aw, jeez. The man clutches his stomach. Are you alright? Just starving is all. Rest of the crew went to lunch, but nobody had to stay here and keep all the rubberneckers and looky-loos off the site. I drew the short pants. Short pants? Do you mean the straw? Nah, we've got these 6 little pairs of pants we found when we cleared out the nest of fairies. Can I have them? No, because then we'd have no way of picking who stands guard. Oh man, I can't believe how hungry I am. Feels like I'm gonna turn inside out. What about that table over there that says lunch? It's the reason nobody else left the site to eat, pal. You don't want to eat what Poindexter considers lunch. How bad could it be? Is it jellied eels or something? Man, I'd kill for a jellied eel. Poindexter brings these little bottles of sludge. He says, how does it go? He says, the point of eating is nutrition. Making sustenance pleasurable is a pointless waste of time and resources. Sheesh. He's a real riot of parties, that guy. Sounds awful. It's because it is awful. Clutches his stomach and moans. Offer him something to eat. I know I've got like 2 of these, right? So how about, you offer him the Oblivion Burger. Oh wow, thank you! He greedily devours it. His stomach is still growling. You offer him the Glockenbrat. If you had to describe his current mood, you'd probably say he's 60% sleepy and 40% hungry. How about some clam jerky? How about a cookie? Finally satiated, he slumps to the ground and falls fast asleep. Aww. And that was enough experience to let me read my book. Bam. How much was this one again? Oh yeah, I need mysticality for that. What do I got left? 24? Not enough for much anything else, huh? That's fine, though. That's fine. Because now, we've got this thing, which is even better than it was before. I'm still a little baffled, though. How is my Moxie, like, 3? Because I got 1 here. 2... Is something in my inventory? Did I change something on me that made it go away? Hmm. 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 I could have swore that I had more Moxie than this. And I don't know why I lost some of it. It's really weird to me. I wonder why. Whatever. Sign says lunch, but what's on the table isn't identifiable as anything you'd want to eat. Okay? Flaxman screws, Grafton nuts, Daxton shafts, Waxman discs, Braxton cords, Frampton picks, Glaxton valves. Give me that Glaxton valve, please. There's only 1 left. Good thing you got here when you did. I'm a broly boy. The brick outhouse is extremely well constructed. Step inside. Fish. Hiya. What do we get? Handful of clean water. Sweet. A workmanlike toilet for workmanlike workmen. Flush it. Hooray, you gain 15 experience. Easiest thing I've done all day. Wouldn't that be great to just be like, flush toilet, you know, accurately. Gain experience. Go life. All I knows is that gaining experience is a lot more difficult in the real world.
Maglith, look what Abby found. Look what Gabby found.
You turn around to see Gabby, who apparently wandered off into the woods while you weren't looking, returning with a big handful of meat. Wow, what?
It's meat found by Gabby.
I can see that, but
Here, you can take it. Gabby's purse is too filled with candy.
you gained 14 meat. Should I ask where you found this?
Nope.
Fabulous, thank you. Thank you, Gabby. You're a real peach and a half. Lighthouse Keeper, confirmed. Hi.
Hello again.
Got the valve you asked for.
Did you install it?
No, I have it right here.
Won't do as much good in your hands like that. Go hook it up to the pump outside.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fine, I'll do all the work. Install the Glaxton valve. Fortunately, the place where it slots in is clearly labeled. Yeah. I installed the valve.
I've been watching the water level through the window here. Should be dry enough for our purposes now. Come on upstairs.
He disappears through the door behind him. Why am I rolling? Again, shoes, I get it, but... Sweet chimneys. Most lighthouses have a somewhat bigger lamp. Box of spare 60-watt light bulbs. Ask about them. You only use 60-watt light bulbs?
Don't need much. Ain't that big a lake.
An empty and wet bookshelf. Good thing he had his books downstairs.
Well, here we are. Welcome to where the magic happens.
Magic?
Sure. Fiona looks. Heh, old lighthouse keeper joke.
So, can I have the compass now?
What? No, certainly not. I need that.
But...
You asked if I had an old compass, and I said I did, and that I'd show it to you. Never said nothing about giving it to you.
Oh, well, I really need it.
So do I. I gotta calibrate this lamp to the North Star every so often. And I need a good compass to show me which one is the north one.
What if I get you a new one?
Nope, I said a good one. The new ones ain't any use at all.
Why not?
'Cause of how they changed them.
What? Change the compasses?
They didn't teach you that in school? Folks got short memories. It was only around about the turn of the century. Some Atlas company bought the patent on West and rebranded it as New North. Then they did a recall on all the compasses and issued new ones. They all point west now. And that's useless for my purposes.
What? Okay. Well, what about I find you another old one then?
You can find another pre-New North compass in at least as good a condition as mine. Then I'll swap you. Don't really get what the point of that would be, since you'd already have one.
Well, it's a long story.
Never mind then, never mind. Here, maybe this'll help. Most of the old compasses got radium paint on the dials, so you can read 'em at night. This old Geiger counter ought to be able to pick up the radiation from that.
What? Where should I start?
Well, most folks consider the old kind of compass to be trash nowadays. And if I was trash, I'd probably be at the old junkyard.
Neat. Fabulous. Thank you. What an absolute waste of space and time this old man has been. Oh my good lordy hell. Oh boy. Here we go. You push through the woods and into a small clearing and discover a group of 3 vampires, because apparently you aren't allowed to discover anything good in any of these clearings. Well, I say 3 vampires, but there's 1 vampire, 1 bat, and 1 small cloud. So it could just be a vampire, her pet Pat, and the leftovers of a bean lunch. I assure you, we are all vampires. Oh crap, she heard me. Talk to them. What's the deal here? Are you demonstrating the vampire evolutionary line or something? What? You know, like the bat evolved out of the cloud and then the humanoid vampire evolved out of the bat. No, is a bat a caveman vampire? No, if anything, this is more like the 3 states of vampire matter. Ah, you know, solid, liquid, gas. Bats are liquid? Look, the metaphor is not a perfect one. Are we going to fight or what? Fetch. I was going to not. Like, I don't know where all my moxie went. Cha-cha-cha. Pew. Black. Good hit. Delicious spores. Yeah, let's slap that thing. Slap. Ow. Yes, keep biting the one immune to bleeding, please. Kitty cat cam. Yo, what up, Kron? Cat. Blow up the mushroom. Black. Dead mushroom. Speaking of cat, hi. You decided to get up? You're about to get a whole lot of cat, everybody. You're muted, but I see the cat? How am I muted? I shouldn't be muted. I shouldn't be muted. But that's okay. Oh, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Well, she gone now. Because, you know, it's what cat do. Oh well. Such is the way. Where are we at? What are we gonna try to kill? Cool. I was about to say, like, can I kill it in one go? I think I can. Whew. Yep, I made the right call. No, don't bleed me. Don't bleed me, bro. It hurts. Well. I got 1 whole HP for that. Okay. Let's do that again. Blap. Whew. Got him that time. You won! I wonder which one of them was Harpo. You gained 7 experience. Your Fop Bum Egg ring twinkles. You gain 22 meat. You got an item. Vampire Pitch Pipe. What? Ooh, Moxie plus 3 spooky damage. That's cool. A bloodle? What? A bloodle? It's a food. If it's a piping hot strudel filled with blood instead of, I don't know, raspberries or whatever strudels normally have in them. Increase your maximum HP by 5 until you eat something else. Makes you immune to bleeding until you eat something else. Oh, that's really good. Ooh, that's a really good one too. Cosmetic wine. Oh, sweet. I got good shit. I got good stuff. Up to the junkyard. Don't worry, I've got like 12 minutes left, and then I'm gonna like wrap up for a day, because... Oh, there's something shiny in this pile. Grab it. It's a ring. Neat. You got an item. Friendship ring. This radio must be solar powered, or trash powered. Why is it still playing? This hobo is trying to wrestle a stove out of a pile of trash. Howdy, I'm Beanie. Hi Beanie, I'm Aglith. What are you up to? I'm trying to get this stove so as I can haul it back to our hobo camp outside of Ocean City. Oh, you know about the camp? Yep. I'll be cooking up a mess of beans once I get this stove back there. Let me tell you. Tell me about hobo code. Do I have anything that will increase my muscle right now? I might. Ooh, I do not. Crap. How about potions? Do I have anything about potions? Moxie by 1, Moxie. Physical armor. Sleaze armor. No, man. I was hoping I had something to maybe help, but I don't. It's a real shame. Real shame and a half. I mean, we can obviously go in there. Oof. Alright. Well, actually, I do have... I need sleaze armor of 3, huh? Hold on. I know I have... sleaze armor. 1 second. It's, Oh, I think I only have this. I don't think I have better. Ooh, I don't think I have anything else that'll give me sleaze. Oh, come on. have stench armor. I remembered having stench armor, and I totally thought it was sleaze armor. I was so, like, gun-ho ready for it, but no. No. Curse and bother. Curse and bother. Well. This opening leads to an underground labyrinth of filth. Unfortunately, your Geiger counter is ticking faintly, so you're probably going to have to go in there. I hope you aren't wearing your favorite anything. Enter. Turns out that this garbage dump is much deeper and older than it initially appeared. Huge rooms and tunnels have been carved out of the trash, like the worst archaeological dig imaginable. Ew. Weirdly, it seems like the trash caves are home to a swarm of large, beautifully colored butterflies. You move toward them slowly so as not to startle them. As you get closer, you realize that instead of having regular insect bodies, they're little people. Fairies. Wow! Greet them. Hello there.
Hello.
Gosh, you're really beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Haha, that sounded just like my voice. Are you guys mimics? That's really cute.
Yeah, it's on my face. No, not my eyes. No.
What the hell? Swat away a fairy that had fluttered up next to you and attempted to stab you in the neck with a rusty needle.
Ow.
Okay, I'll just be on my way.
Look out, Jim. That one's got a gun.
Indeed, another fairy is approaching, lugging a full-size snub-nosed revolver in its little arms.
Hello, beautiful.
Oh. Well, I guess we fight them. What have you got to... Ow! Cha-cha-cha. Hmm. $11 damage? Okay, so I can kill that one, and kill... not that one. Okay. Well, kill that one. Blap. Blam! Blam! That one's got a gun! Oh! Shake, shake, shake. Heal. Damn, mushroom. Let's see. Got a couple options, I think.
Pew. Pew.
Yep, that was a good call. All of a sudden reduce that thing's damage down to practically nothing. Let's do another one of these real fast. Ow! Damn you, tiny little mustache. Alright, so the familiar is gonna kill the mushroom by all accounts. Let's get rid of this guy. Just 11 damage? Yeah, pew. Get rid of it. Get out of here. We'll do like 1 damage each. Hold on, I think my cat wants out. Let me let the cat out. I'll be right back, letting the cat out. Slap him.
Slap. Come here.
And we just, we pew. Pew. Got him. You won. Your reward is getting to explore further in a literal garbage tunnel. Oh, okay, don't pout. You can have some loot too. Thank you. Gain 12 XP. Sweet. Fairy Skull Wand. Deals Mysticality +3 spooky damage. Increase your spooky armor by 3. Increased Moxie by 1. Alright, sweet. Oh, I forgot. I totally got like a new weapon. Where'd it go? It was the... Yeah, this thing. What is the... Okay, so it does the same amount of damage, so that's fine. So I'm probably not gonna tinker with it much. Nasty book is half buried in the nasty ground here. I don't have enough muscle. No. I have 58. The only way for me to get more muscle is to... Yeah, the only way for me to get that 4th muscle is to get a bunch more XP, so we can try that. And we'll fight this flock, I guess. Similar to what we did last time. Which one of you has a gun? Any of you? None of you? Cha-cha-cha. Yeah, pop. Vicious jab. Ow. You bastard. Ow. Not my mosquito. Not my poor little mosquito. Flaps I will do 4? I think I do a heal instead. Ow. Okay, 3 over there, I suppose. Oh, thank you, buddy. Let's kill a fresh one. Blap. No, not my mosquito. Ow. Well, alright. Gabby's down. Okay, they're all the same. So, I just gotta do what I can to at least kill a few. Ow. Ow. Can I survive one more? Blap. I think I can. I think I'm good. I think I'm okay. Yep, that hurt. Bloop. Bloop. Got him. Whew, you won. Hopefully a case of tetanus is not part of the loot. You gain 8 XP. A fairy knife. Ooh. Mosquito grows stronger plus 1 max HP. Oh, nice. Foot from a big statue. That's how far you are away from this and what it is. Teetering stack of crates is holding up part of the ceiling here. Kick it out. Smack. The trash collapsed into a doorway of some sort. A half-buried shovel, unironically. Get a new item. Shovel. We'll fight these ones now, I suppose. Okay, so a couple of them probably have guns. A couple of them have guns, yes. Or at least one of them has gun. Let's see, what does this one do? Oh. I gotta kill that one. I'm only gonna do 7 physical damage. Hold on, I can kill that one. I can kill that one. I can get rid of the gun. Let's get rid of gun, because that thing hurts. Yep. That one was just gonna explode and deal damage to everybody. We're fine. Pew! Ow! You bastard. Twig thump. Oof. Okay, that hurt a lot. What have you got going on? Fairy wackadoo. Alright, let's see. We can kill that one. We can kill that one. We can kill this one. This one's gonna hurt more, so we're gonna pew this guy. Blap. Bloop. Pew. Heal, everybody, heal. Oh. Oh. Not my mosquito. You bastards. Slap him. Smack. Wham. We're the best. Woo. You got an item, fairy cake and a fairy knife. Don't I already have a fairy knife? I do already have a fairy knife. Got a couple fairy knives, apparently. Hmm. I think I used that already, so I think I'm good. Hi, Esper. Welcome back. Alright. Gotta freaking stop it with the gun. Holy hell. They all get to go first, apparently. And Gabby's just dead. Wow, okay. That was rough. Worth it. Alright, 9 physical damage hurts, so we're gonna blast him. Yeah, Esper, what's up? Oh, mushroom. You leave my mosquito alone, you sons of bitches. Ow. Meow. What? Well, see you later. Trying again, yeah. Well, I do have 7. I do have that, so we can do this. I'm gonna do that real fast, like. Because there was that spot where we could... Rain spell will certainly stir up some angry fairies. There's a tunnel. You squeeze into the burrow and wriggle your way through a series of nasty trash tubes. Ew. Eventually the garbage beneath you collapses, depositing you above a different chamber. Wait, above it? Above it? I mean, the little Geiger counter is going mad right there. Hold on, where am I? Oh wait, I understand. Holy dang, somebody threw away a perfectly good cow skull. These are rare as heck, considering that there haven't been any cows in this country for more than 30 years. Grab it. Holy dang. Mounted cow skull. Geiger counter. Dig with the shovel. Just beneath the surface, your shovel strikes the top of a crate. The Geiger counter continues its irritating clickery. Stomp through the crate lid. You give the top of the old crate a mighty stomp and end up ankle deep in compasses. It's better than being ass deep in comp ankles. That's what you always say. Anyway, enough jokes. Yeah, enough jokes. Thank you. Thank you for that terrible, terrible pun. You grab the least ruined looking compass. You also breathe a sigh of relief as you turn off that annoying Geiger counter. We did it, everybody. Go for it, ring it. Only 3. Okay, we can fight 3. Get him, yeah. Do that real fast. Gives us like 10 moxie, which means we're gonna blast somebody. That's the best we're gonna do there. And it's gonna come explode. The other one's gonna come explode. We can flap slap that one. This one explodes. This one comes over and pokes Gabby in the stomach. And then the mosquito eats him. Yum. Easy money. Easy money. Yeah, give me that HP. I can fight 3 again, why not? It's like free experience, why wouldn't I? It's like a grind spot. Kill the fresh one. And he killed himself. Wow. That's a real shame. Yeah, I can keep doing this apparently. Sweet. I might do this a little bit, maybe like off screen or something, to be like, you know, let's see the good stuff. Let's try to level up, gain a bunch of experience, stuff like that. Maybe. I can cha-cha again? Holy crap, hold on. Wow. So we can just go clap and murder that one outright. I'm gonna say worth it. Flap slap this boy. Flap. Flap slap. Baby flap slap. Bum. Gabby going down. Yep. Alright. Don't worry, Gabby. You will be avenged. The mosquito's gonna get a bit of a lick in there. Give me some of that HP, thank you. I'm tired of that thing doing its nonsense here. Alright, well, we lost our mosquito. That's fine. "24 physical damage. Kapow! Alright. I'm getting way more into the swing of how this game's, like, RPG mechanics are gonna plan on working, right? Blep. So, by all accounts, you know, the RPG element side of things are not bad. Not bad. Such is the way of things. And that's okay. Get blapped, all of you. Alright. Let's get back to the lighthouse. Let's just go to the lighthouse first. We will get to the lighthouse, we'll wrap up, we'll do stuff. Everything will be great. Everything will be peachy. See a familiar-looking person heading towards you on the path. As they get nearer, you realize that the reason he looks so familiar is because he looks exactly like you. Yeah, things are entirely weird enough around here without getting into whatever's going on here. Continue on your way. Yeah, screw that nonsense. Ain't dealing with me. I'm the worst person to deal with, in my opinion. I like to think I'm a pretty okay person to deal with. But that's just me. Talk to the man.
Hello again. You find that old compass you were looking for?
Sure did.
Here, what do you think? Could use a polish, but it seems to be in good condition. Alright, I'll swap you. Let me get the old Geiger counter back from you, too. You got an item, cursed compass.
Thanks.
Yep, no problem. Get along now. I got a lot of important nothing to take care of.
Oh, wait, whoops. Ooh, Grandpa Joe's distillery, huh? You see a building through a gap in the trees. And pause to investigate. There's a large sign painted on the side of the building that says Quality Spirits. So presumably, it's either a distillery or a ghost farm. Whatever it used to be, it's a boarded up wreck now. Let's check it out. I want to check out Grandpa's distillery. That sounds awesome. Holy hell, I saw that from this far away? Sweet Jesus. Spooky looking lady is guarding the front of the distillery. Approach her. She glares at you as you approach, her eyes flashing blood red.
Begone from this place. You have no business here.
Not really, no. I'm just the curious sort. How'd you make your eyes do that? Do what? Also, I like your not quite Romanian accent. Thank you. What's with those huge vampire fangs, though?
Hey, wait a minute.
Are you a vampire?
I feel like if I said no, you'd actually believe me.
Well, not anymore.
Okay then, yes, I am a vampire.
Gosh.
Leave this place at once, or the consequences will be most dire.
Aw, come on, don't be like that. What's eating you?
If you do not leave, the question will be, what is eating you? And the answer will be me.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, you really set me up for that one.
Trick her into letting you pass.
Okay, I'll go. I have an appointment anyway.
Oh, hey, do you have the time?
I do not wear a watch, but,
She shades her eyes with one arm and looks up at the midday sun.
Probably about 12:30?
Yeah. Her hair bursts into flames. With a screech, she turns into a bat, which is still on fire, and escapes into a hole in the side of the building. Gains 6 HP. Alright then. Oh, crack it. Your civilian brain makes short work of the lock. Let's go inside. Stuff? Grab it. Crate o' rum. This is where Grandpa Joe kept all of his broken glass. That's a weird thing to do. But sure. I can make potions. Make some potions. Fancy potions. Make a couple basics. Okay. Sweet. We got free potions. Free potions for all. I don't have a 9 on this. Damn. Ooh. Feel the breeze on. What? Oh, hold on. I got this. Watch this. I just made myself a potion. Opens the valve. You crank open the valve and dump about 12 gallons of pure distilled garlic juice on the floor. Wow. Even with the stench protection, it's a nasal experience you won't soon forget. The vampires completely flip their collective shinola. Some of them turn into bats and fight each other to be the first out of the hole in the wall. Some turn into mist and shoot out of the cracks in the ceiling, and some just run out of the front door. After that, you hear several screams as they realize it's daytime outside. Alrighty then. Moving on. Oh, I love how we can... It's all weird now. This drum is almost certainly empty. Bang on it. The drum emits a hollow, sober clang. The sofa is soaking and wet. One of those mist vampires must have been sitting here. Ew. The vampires left a crate of booze on the floor. Grab it. Crate of gin. Sweet. The mirror on this vanity's been broken, but the drawers still work. See what's in them. Ooh. Amethyst. Castanet ring. Cool. Stuff. Stable is strewn with miscellaneous vampire stuff. Pick through it. Vampire boots. More bloodle. And some more cosmic wine. Fabulous. Okay, what do these vampire boots do? Makes you float like a spooky vampire. Done. Oh, yeah, look at me go. Look at me go. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the spookiest. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. We go back to the lighthouse. We'll go back to the place. We'll do the compass thing. You find a decaying nightstand. Oh, yeah, we done this one. Junk mail on a match. Yeah. Yeah. Moving on. Oh, we should probably go to the church real fast, like, once we get back to town. Once we get back to the city, we'll go to the Ocean City. We go here. We go to the church. We at least touch into here. Flitchard, welcome. Hi. Having fun? I am having a blast. This game is actually very, very charming in its own little, like, unique ways, right? Very much in the, oh, and thank you so much for the follow. Welcome it officially. And, very, very reminiscent of the, other, why can I not think of the franchise name all of a sudden off the top of my head? To be fair, I am running on, like, a few hours of sleep. If you want any hints, I will give them. I know a good deal about this, but nothing without asking. Kingdom of Loathing, yeah, that's the one. It has all of the same little, like, charms, the humor and the quirks, that I'm like, okay, it's very, very charming. It's been a long time since I played that one. So, we're wrapping up right now, because we've been going for just shy about 3 hours. But we've gotten into Chapter 2. We're about to get rid of the compass. And, of course, you know, every single one of our dialogues, we have to do funny voices, because that's what we do. Such is the way. This seems like a pretty normal house in a pretty nice neighborhood, but there's something odd about it. Some sort of uncomfortable energy that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Maybe it's something to do with that weird droning tone you hear coming from inside, like a pained, inhuman moan constantly rising in pitch. Oh, that would be awful. Is it this one? You knock, but hear no response, so you nose your way inside. That eerie sound is even louder in here. Seems to be coming from upstairs. Wow. Also, the owner's interior designer's sensibilities are a little strange. What? Intermediate jazz theory. Sweet. New perk. Wait, what does that perk do? Perk. +1 to ranged attack weapons. Sweet. Dusty disused chest set. Holy plates, Batman. Plate rack is a statement piece, and the statement is, I have too many plates. Damn right it is. Tea time was a long time ago. There's nothing left but stains. Cabinet is full of backup plates. Shelf full of trophies from music competitions. It's a cabinet full of sheet music. Examine. Pull out a sheet, but it's all in German. Und du kannst kein Deutsch sprechen. Yep, my German is that rusty. And the door's locked. Cool. We go upstairs. Climb. I'm not really climbing, I'm kind of floating about, but yeah. Tired-looking man is playing a cello here. Talk to him. What? Who are you? Why are you in my house? Sorry for intruding, but I heard the music, and I guess I have an intrusive nature. My name's Aglith. Well, I am Ernst Zimmer. Forgive me for not stopping, but it is vital that I continue playing. What are you doing? There is a darkness beneath my house. Did you check the fuse box? No, it's probably that then. Listen to me. I had a dream, a premonition of a dark rift appearing in my basement and growing until it swallowed the entire house, and then the neighborhood, and then the world. That's quite the dream. It was not just a dream. I went downstairs to check the basement, and there is indeed a rift. As of now, it is still small. I must keep playing this cello to prevent it from growing any larger. We'll do this one. We'll do Moxie. Or not Moxie, Mysticality. I'm sure there's a rational explanation. Probably just a trick of the light. Plus your anxiety over the nightmare. You're probably right. Just an old man jumping at shadows, I suppose. Happens to the best of us. Don't worry, everything's fine. I'm waiting for it to consume us all. Uh-oh. Maybe convincing Zipper to stop playing his cello wasn't such a good idea after all. Oops. Every one of these moldering books is titled Blood. Okay, well, we did that. This was our doing. Hold on. Take some. Bubbling black sludge. Sweet. And fish. Of course we're gonna fish. We're gonna fish in the teapot. Right in its spigot. Eldritch Mist. Sweet. We make good use of that. Go downstairs. Yeah. We're doing it. Oh, geez. That sure is a dark rift in space over there. Just like Zimmer was afraid of. Well, nuts. Everything on the shelf is either evaporated or expired. Ooh, mold. Fustulent Grulch. I hate some of these words. Step through? Yeah. Really? Yes. Let's do it. You find yourself in an infinite black void. Or, well, it looks like an infinite black void, but you have the uneasy feeling that your brain is only showing you an infinite black void because it doesn't want to try and process what this place actually looks like. It's kind of a weird feeling. That is a weird feeling. Very, very Lovecraftian here. Which, a lot of this stuff is very... It's what it's supposed to be doing, you know? Whew. We avoid the little sludge thing, and we just keep dampening stuff. Alright, what do you want? This creature is built more or less like a large muscular person. If you built a large muscular person out of some kind of writhing black ooze and or smoke, or just plain raw darkness, I mean, it's one or the other. It has a fist-sized glowing crystal embedded in its chest, but about where its sternum should be, right around there. And as you draw near, you can feel it radiating invisible waves of energy, kind of like heat coming off a radiator, except also the opposite of that, and also not at all related to that. Look, the level at which this game is, like, playing off of the same mentalities of the Lovecraftian, essentially mythos, is hilarious to me. Because he did this all the time where he's like, oh yeah, you can't describe it. And like, it's everything you think it isn't and is, and it's all this other nonsense. And it's just funny how this game is kind of playing off of that, but making its own spin on it, making it funny, making it almost it's not mocking, it's parody? Maybe parody. Like, well, I mean, the game's obviously a parody, but it's the way that it's using its jokes are very tongue-in-cheek. Look, incomprehensible forces are tricky to describe, okay? The creature shambles back and forth, waving its arms in a way that almost looks like it's dancing, or praying, or maybe just absent-mindedly flailing. Seems oblivious to your presence, although that will probably change pretty quickly if you try to interfere with it. Like, say, if you tried to pry the glowing crystal out of its chest. Size it up. The creature looks extremely weak, almost docile. Pry out the crystal! You make a quick grab for the crystal, but it's firmly lodged in the creature's chest. The creature howls, and its long, spindly arms flail ineffectually at you. Barely cognizant of your actions, plunge your hands into murky flesh, fingers questing through lukewarm tar until they find ribs. Gritting your teeth, forcing open the cage, creaking, cracking, snapping like dry branches, you grab your prize and tear it free of the muck. The creature evaporates in a sigh of smoke. The crystal is both warm and cold in your hand, and has a slight buzzing vibration to it. Take it with me. This thing's coming with me. This is cool. Yes, something tells you that this crystal is very important, as well as being really shiny and pretty. Damn right it is. Rift crystal. It occurs to you that taking that weird crystal out of here might be a bad idea. On the other hand, it's yours now. You'd prefer to keep it. It's mine. It's mine, you understand? Smash the crystal. Pull a hammer out of your inventory, or if you don't actually have a hammer, whatever object would be the most hammer adjacent. Give the crystal a solid thwack. It makes a sound like a baby being torn in half and bursts into glittering shards that shoot off into the darkness. Immediately, you feel, well, I was going to say a massive earthquake, but since you aren't standing on the ground, you wouldn't feel that. It's more of an everything quake. You should probably get out of here. You dive back through the rift just before it collapses, /vanishes, /heals. Thankfully, you find yourself back in Ernst Zimmer's basement and not some kind of horrible between-dimensions purgatory. You run up the stairs to tell Ernst the good news. Whew! Ernst Zimmer is looking pretty nervous about this whole situation. Hi, Ernst. Hello? I fixed it. I closed the rift. You did? That's wonderful. I owe you my life, and probably also my house life. Here, take this cello. I have no further need of it, and to be quite frank with you, the thought of playing it ever again only pains me. Poor man. Gain 10 experience in Zimmer's cello. Sweet, what does it do? Deals muscle +3 physical. Fabulous. I don't really use muscle at all, and that's fine. Perfectly fine. Where was I going again? Here, I'm lighting the thing. Oh, god damn it. Gabby takes a piece of candy out of her purse and tosses it in her mouth, then holds the purse out to you.
You want one?
Sure, thanks. Huh. Purse is just entirely filled with saltwater taffy.
Yes, it's Gabby's favorite.
You got an item. Licorice taffy. Blah. I guess I did hear somewhere that goblins process sugar really effectively and don't need as many vitamins as humans.
Jealous?
A little bit, yeah. A little bit. A little bit of jealousy. Ding dong. Yep. I never noticed that man up there. Hold on. I was gonna go down here. Gain 3 experience. Hopefully this doesn't preclude you cursing the darkness later if you feel like it. I might. That was literally all I wanted to do down there. I just wanted to go light that. Like. Oh, damn it all. A fast-talking salesman approaches you and starts his pitch before you can cross the street to avoid him. Stay there, friend. Would you like to purchase a set of encyclopedias? God, no. I thought you might say that. Understandable. But what if I told you that this was no ordinary encyclopedia? Do you think that's something you're likely to tell me? So likely as to be certain. Step a little closer, would you? You would. You take a step toward him. He opens his trench coat to reveal a set of dog-eared paperback books. Why would you do that? This is no collection of boring facts. This is an encyclopedia of blue humor. A mighty multi-volume collection of the lewd and lascivious. Are we winning, Cora? I have no clue. That's how much this game confuses me sometimes. I have no idea if I'm winning. But theoretically, we are progressing, so I would say yes. A multi-volume collection of the lewd and lascivious. A trove of truly tasteless treasure. It's a set of books of dirty jokes? Precisely. And it's yours for the obscenely low price of 200 meat. I don't have 200 meat. This item will be an upgradable sleaze armor perk. Wow. I don't have any, I'm sorry. No thanks. I see, you want the book. You just don't want all these people seeing you buy it. He sweeps his arm around, gesturing at nobody. All of what people? I just don't want it. He winks. I'll find you later, somewhere more private. Wink, wink. I am not going to allude to the idea of me not or am in the market for lascivious books. I'm not sure. What? I heard the sound. 1 second. Let me check on a thing. We're almost wrapping up now. Almost. Yep. I knew it. Don't worry, I fixed it. Alright. bleh, one of the... When I heard the thing, it was one of the lights getting knocked over a while back when the cat was all roaming about. She knocked over one of the floor lamps. 'Cause cat does. I have a message? You check the message pad next to the phone. There's a note for you. Call Don T with a phone number. I'll call him back later. I got that compass.
Oh, good. Not too much of an ordeal, I hope.
Could have been worse, I guess. There were some horrible fairies. What? No, don't tell me. Just uncurse that thing and then get some rest. Okay.
I think the next artifact is a book. I'll have the location narrowed down by the morning.
Sounds good. Let's hurry and we'll decurse this thing and we'll wrap up. Sound good? Sound good. Everybody agrees. You sit in the chair, which is surprisingly comfortable. Pull the weird metal dome thing over your head. What would you like to uncurse today? Shadow-tainted compass. You sit with compass in both hands as the machine whirs and whines and shakes around you. The machine, you feel, is frustrated. Some internal mechanism is swinging wildly, frantically, and then, crack. It figures out whatever it needed to, and there is no more curse. Not in the compass, not anymore. It still points to Old North, though, so it's practically useless. You got an item, uncursed compass. The compass's curse is now transfixed in the uncursing machine. Dare you project your consciousness inside? I will. I'll dare. I will dare. Oh, it's raining. Oh my goodness.
This is madness. That foolhardy coach is going to get us all killed.
What do you think we ought to do?
Let's get out of here. Go home. Don't you think things were just fine the way they were? Why are we doing this?
You mean playing baseball? He looks you dead in the eye and manages a nervy chuckle. Yeah, that's right, kid. Alright, well, see you later. Gosh, that looks sore. What am I doing here? You okay, fella?
I'm disgusted that it's come to this. We all know you're the weak link on the team.
Oh, man. This is going to be interesting. Oh, they've all been interesting thus far. I think my favorite was the Swedish trees. Don't ask me why they were Swedish.
Some would say the team accountant shouldn't even be allowed on the field. But you tell me, did all my years of including you in team lunches and
burpees?
Burpees make you into a baseball player?
It's more of a field of screams than dreams. Hey, I see what you did there. I watched that recently, actually. It was on TV. Okay, I say watch very loosely in the sense that it was on TV and I was passing by. So I saw it. Let's see. Burpee is an exercise. You go on all fours and kick your legs. ASW as high as possible. Can you tell I'm not an athlete? I was an academic. I was a nerd. Let's see. Yes, coach. I'm ready to hit the balls.
That's what I wanted to hear. Your destiny's out there, on the diamond. Go. Hit it into the parking lot.
You're wearing that... Say, coach, why do you wear that funny-looking hat? I did them in high school. I avoided that, too. The athletics in high school. I had to do the dumbass class, but, eh. Again, not ready for me. I stay pretty fit enough. Yeah, for the most part.
Nothing funny about it, son. It's a cloche. The coach's cloche. It's traditional.
Gee, coach, think Mirabelle will ever marry me?
I can't answer that, son. All I can tell you is that Mirabelle has married every World Series MVP since the series was first contested in 1903. You work out the rest.
Gross. Gross. That's gross. Alright. Excuse me, coach. I gotta go hit something. Damn right we do. Now. Now. Get back here. Ow. Yeah. Let me know if you want a hint. I might. We'll find out. Hello, coach. There's no talking in baseball, son. Get out there. With all these compasses, my swing won't connect with them. I know it must be overwhelming. All I can tell you is to stay calm, and remember that in baseball, it's all about what you do hit. Why is the other team getting points when I swing? That's baseball, son. If the other team ever feels physically intimidated, that's an automatic 5-point penalty. How am I supposed to win at all? Quit gabbing and get back out there. Don't you know leaving the field to talk to the coach is a 10-point penalty? It is. Holy shit. 3 more minds broken by baseball. Do any other people say anything? No? Okay. Alright. What's with these compasses, coach? My swing won't connect with them. You got this, son. Just remember, there's always other ways to beat their score. Interesting, okay. Run home? No. No, we're solving this shit. We ain't pulling that. Want a hint? I got a great one. Alright, you can throw out my one in one hint. One hint, I'll allow it. Oh, hold on. Let's see here. This baseball, the home plate has something to do with this. You need to beat their score. Okay. I had a feeling. Son, my number 1 boy, you did it! You son of a gun, you won the whole damn game! Did I really do good, coach? Look at the scoreboard! It's 0 to a hole! That's the whole ball game! God damn it. This one's for the accountants. Now get over here, champ, and pucker up, because here comes the coach's big sniff. What? Beg your pardon? Ah! I don't like what just happened to me. Funny. The compass feels extremely reassuring now that it's back to being an ordinary little thing in your hand. This is so incredibly stupid, right? You look at it, you're just like, begging your pardon? You're gonna give me a what now? Not something hurled at your head in oversized ghostly form from every cardinal direction. It glows faintly. Upgrade. Ooh. To think you were ever scared of a little old compass. 15 XP. Hey. Laugh at the compass. I'm actually gonna laugh at the compass. Alright. Here's what we gotta do now. I'm not gonna end the day, because I don't know what happens with the day. I kinda wanna see what this whole message board thing is. But what I am doing is we're probably gonna revisit this one again, because it's still been like nonsensical little fun. So we'll probably revisit it. It might be either next Friday or maybe Tuesday. I'm not really sure which one yet. So let's talk about schedule. While I get the a raid set out. So first and foremost, who we're gonna raid? We're gonna go raid Kron. Why are we gonna raid Kron? Because he's doing Pokemon cards, and he's just doing like pack openings. If anybody here is interested in Pokemon, he's got a Black Friday sale where he's opening stuff, and stuff's cheaper in his shop, stuff like that. Other reasons, friend of the channel, we love supporting, we love doing the thing. So let's talk schedule. I'm gonna hit that. We'll talk schedule really, really fast. Like Tuesday, it might be this, it might be Potionomics again. I really want to try to revisit that one and get that one done. Like, I've started playing it and I want to actually continue it. So it's gonna be fun. Wednesday, we're playing games with the Flore crew. I'm not sure which one yet. We haven't had the time to really talk about it over the holiday weekend, so we're kind of figuring that one out. It'll still be fun. And then Friday, whatever one I don't play on Tuesday, I'll play on Friday. So if I play Potionomics on Tuesday, I'll play this on Friday. Or if I play this on Friday, it'll be Potionomics on... Oh, wait, hold on. So if I play this on Tuesday, it'll be Potionomics on Tuesday. If it's Potionomics on Tuesday, I'll play this on Friday. Bam, nailed it. First try. None of you can prove otherwise. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for coming and hanging out. Flitchard for the follow. Much, much appreciated. Welcome in. And yeah, I hope everyone's holiday weekend is going to be fabulous. I will see everybody at the start of next week after the holidays up. I'm going to basically laze out the entire rest of this weekend because that's what I do. So we're going to go over, hang out with Kron, open up some cards. You'll probably still hear me in chat because we'll probably jump into the Discord. So until I see you again, talk to you.